君たちねぴったりのファールフェイスねなんですって？
あー、この方々がさっきの元祖戦隊もののパワフルレンジャーさんたちですよね。
Alright guys, welcome back to the final episode of... Sorry, I just really wanted to
edit that.
No, I'm keeping it in.
I just really wanted to start the episode with a root beer crack.
No, nothing is worse than when Brian opened up a burrito in front of the dang mic on Luigi's Mansion.
Dude, that's amazing.
I know, I watched the episode, it's funny.
Alright.
I loved it.
Anyways, welcome back to episode 5, which is presumably the final episode of Super Sentai Team Rankings. So, if you weren't here for the first 4 episodes, what are you doing? First off. Second off, my 2 friends here, Brian and Anthony, they know very, very, very little about Super Sentai, which is the Japanese source of Power Rangers. And for the past 4 episodes, we've been going through every single team, and they're rating them aesthetically. That's why there are certain things on this list which might upset people who are actually fans of Super Sentai, because they're only going off of aesthetics. But this should be the final episode, because there's only about 10... There's 11 on that list. One of them doesn't count, and there's one more that I might add in, but basically 10 more teams.
And I hope I upset people that you posted on Reddit. I hope I upset people.
As of today, the first episode went up yesterday.
Yep, so to date ourselves. I did share it on Reddit for a couple people. I don't know if anyone's actually fully watched it, but on Reddit itself, it's like this many people saw the post itself, but I don't know how many actually clicked the video. But
I hope I upset people.
Oh.
The next episode, the second one, I really hope I upset people.
That's probably where it's like we got probably more like.
I was watching back on it, and for episode 1, we did not put a single thing in F tier.
No, we did not.
The GTF tier.
We did not.
So we didn't. We must not have fully upset people. But anyway,
maybe some grumbles, but not like, oh, okay, they didn't say GTFO on Jetman.
Fuckers with goddamn wheels for heads.
Oh yeah. If you weren't here,
fucking ostrich.
My man don't like the Boom Boonzers, and my man don't like the Don Brothers.
Just so you guys know, I absolutely loved the freaking pink pheasant that we put at the bottom of the list.
Oh, he attempted to put it higher. Brian wouldn't have it.
Fuck no.
Anyway, so let's continue on. I will give them the next team. The next team is Bakuryu Sentai Aba Ranger, which Bakuryu translates to Burstosaur. Sentai.
Dinosaur.
Yeah. And here you go. Bakuryu Sentai.
I know these guys! I do know these guys. Okay, yeah.
You might vaguely recognize them.
Yes, I recognize the helmets. They're very recognizable. Especially the Red Ranger. I've seen him like a lot when I looked up the dinosaur themed ones. What's up, albino Tony the Tiger?
Oh, but what? That is the weirdest description I've ever heard for that ranger.
I have to come up with something weird and bizarre as like different things. All right, I'm sorry. It's Cyclops wearing a tiger onesie.
Jesus Christ!
I do like these outfits though. Hang on a second here. Blue, red. Huh. So comments on the blue and red, like with their stripes, goes from like solid white to solid color as like it looks like on this picture. Then yellow's got a bit of an outline thing going on with her triangles.
Well, no, they're also white. I think...
no, they're white, but it looks like she has a...
There's a little bit of a dark, like maybe like a thin black line, and I think that's just so that the white doesn't completely blend into the yellow.
Meanwhile, Black Ranger got a bit of a golden thing. But then his new guy... Okay, the White Ranger looks like the Black Ranger just turned good or something like that. That's how it vaguely looks to me.
So you don't think the white... You think the Black Ranger looks bad and the White Ranger looks good?
Kind of. He looks like he joined in late.
What are your thoughts on the helmet for the White Ranger, then? Like his visor?
I mean, well, if it wasn't red, I would say he was evil, but...
You're saying he looks evil because it's red, or no?
Yeah, kind of, because...
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I'm gathering what your thoughts are. which people who haven't followed along, they're literally just looking at the suits. I will explain the teams afterwards, but it is very funny to see them try and figure it out.
I noticed that Black Ranger is the one that has what looks like a sword, while the other, like, 3 colors, red, blue, and yellow, have, like, blasters. Then white also has, like, a dagger of sorts. It's thematic. Everything works thematically. But...
All right.
Brian, give me your thing.
Alba Ranger.
Piss everyone off.
Don't tell me what to do.
But you're gonna do it.
It all depends. He might like these.
Maybe.
I like the helmets.
Yeah. They're smooth. They're clean, you know?
Yeah. They got the, it's almost like a mixture of a couple teams we've seen before where they got the teeth going on the visor, but it's not like the whole helmet.
I can see like the whole dinosaur theme thing in the suits, to be honest with you.
Alright, so you did catch. I know that I translated Bakuyu as Blastosaur, but like...
No, you see the dinosaur aspect.
Yeah, dinos.
Red is clearly a T-Rex. Yellow, I didn't really pay attention to the other colors, honestly. But, yeah.
Is the white one the extra?
Yes,
yeah,
he is the extra. This is the... Oh, I'll say this ahead of time. This is the only team that officially in Japan... Even though there's only 5 guys, they consider the 5th guy the quote-unquote 6th Ranger. He's which is what they call their bonus guys in Japan.
Yeah.
So, because most of the time it's the 6th guy, but for this particular season they didn't have 5. They had 3 to start, and then 1 that joined very shortly later, and then another guy that joined much later, and that's their extra guy. So they're like, shit, they don't have a 6th Ranger, quote-unquote. So we're gonna make the 5th guy the 6th guy. Yeah, it's weird.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. There's like official sources. They're like, here's every quote unquote 6th Ranger, and they throw the white guy in there. And it's like, wait a minute, wasn't he number 5? Yes. Deal with it.
Well, it also because like they had the emblem on their chest,
and he doesn't.
Yeah. And he doesn't. So
he doesn't. Because he has the shoulder shield.
Yeah, it's like he must be the boner. He has the cool looking, probably the most coolest looking helmet.
Oh yeah. Well, he's got the red for the visor.
Yeah.
I think he's the only guy on any team where he has a different colored visor than the rest of the team. Because some of the teams, like we did Time Ranger in an earlier episode, the gimmick with them is that they were from the future, so all their visors were colored. Instead of being a black visor with colored helmet, it was a colored helmet. Or sorry, a black covered helmet with a colored visor. But then this team, it's like, no, they have black visors, except for this one guy who has a red one. But there are reasons, which I will get into.
Also, all these photo shoots that these pictures that you show us, are these just mannequins?
I don't know how they did this photo shoot. I would assume they're mannequins because they had to do all 50 teams.
But you see some of them in an interesting pose.
True. Most of them are just in the generic pose, which actually it helps even better because Sentai very rarely does that. Normally, like for the teams, if you look at official photos of the teams, every single Ranger has their own distinct pose. Which we do not do in America. In America, we always do the hands on the hips. We're superheroes, type of guys. But in Japan, they're like, no, this guy, like, he's a fucking samurai, so he's all serious. Or, like, this guy, he's kind of a prankster, so he does, like, a weird woo-looking pose or something. But not in this photo shoot. In this photo shoot, they made them all look the same.
Like, what I noticed a lot of the themings I'll say, the consistencies, I should say, of all the different photos that I've seen, seems like most of the time, all the males are the same height, all the females are the same height, with a few exceptions, like Blue is definitely shorter, but even then, when they have someone that's shorter, there's usually another person that's also around basically the same height. Like, they're exact same height, and I can also notice all the women are flat as fuck.
Okay, 2 things. One, you were pretty much correct that, like, most of the time the women are shorter, the men are taller. And they try to keep them even, and I think that's just for consistency of the team. They're like, we don't want to have the team be totally off balance by having one really tall guy and then the rest be short. So they're like, try to keep it balanced. And then the women being flat thing, part of that is because a lot of the suit actors are men that play the women in the suit. That just happens sometimes. So they pick like a slightly shorter man and they put them in the suit, and it's like, oh well, that's
so it's the woman that plays like the
person. But then when they're in the suit, a lot of times the stunt person is a man, just because they have way more stunt men than they have stunt women. But like there are a lot of other cases though where like it is a stunt woman, and for whatever reason I think also maybe it's just like they're doing stunts and shit. Maybe they're not going to cast a stunt person that's like well endowed, like in the chest area, because
not even then it doesn't matter. Like there's still usually some. Every single one of these I'm going to assume they're mannequins, but like if you look at a lot of the photos, all damn near all of them were flat.
But in this game, they were saying that a flat chest was a status symbol and how it's considered rare. And when you think about it, there's probably a demand for that kind of thing. I'm quite the valuable commodity. I want to know how a line from a game can make you so confident.
A lot, but I think there are some exceptions on this particular.
And you notice
like
that, like, damn near, like, so I could even just look at that. Like, look at the one with 3. The exact same height.
Almost exactly, yeah.
Every single one of them.
I will say for that particular one, that he's talking about Sun Vulcan at the top of D tier. That team is all men. All 3 of them are men. It's the only team like that.
But even Lynn, like,
like,
it's almost like most of the men are the exact same height with a few exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
The women are the exact same height. I don't think there was really any exceptions, you know. But like,
there's a couple. There's a couple, like in the example you're looking at right now. At least for this photo shoot, they made the Blue Ranger and the Yellow Ranger the same height, even though the yellow's a girl and the blue is a boy.
Right.
But then there are other examples like that in previous teams. I will say I don't think they've ever had a tall female ranger in the show. Before.
Yeah, no, wait, no.
Yeah, they've never had
I was
a
going to say
tall
the pink pheasant was...
Nope, that was a guy.
A guy, that's right.
Specifically...
And it's a bird. Shut up.
Yeah. And it's CGI, so like, specifically is tall. But back to the point of them being mannequins, I think that these probably are because they shot this photo shoot around the same time that they were doing a 50th anniversary exhibit in Japan, where it's like, here's a giant, like, well, not giant, but like a big like display museum thing, where it's like, here's a bunch of the suits, here's a bunch of the mech suits, here's a bunch of the weapons, and a bunch of the props, and then they had a room with all of these Rangers standing next to each other for photo ops and stuff, and it was just all of them, and it's like, so those were mannequins in the suits. So what they might have done is they might have been like, okay, let's do this photo shoot, and then we'll prop the mannequins up in the room for people to take photos of.
If you look at this guy, I know you put him at the end, but as like, just so people see that.
Oh, the last. So that one, I think they did this photo shoot at the start of the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
Which the 50th anniversary team had just released maybe a month or two before. Normally, the bonus guy for a team comes in over halfway through the series, or like at least a third through the series. So I don't think their bonus guy had showed up yet. So whoever made this tier list is like, I'm going to put him in this picture, and he just threw him in the corner.
Which...
So we didn't talk about that's Gojuger. We did not talk about Gojuger Polar.
I think this
we can.
I'm pretty sure this picture was added after we did the first episode, because
maybe I don't know.
I don't recall seeing it in the episode before.
But I do like the.
Anyways, back to Abba Ranger though.
Yes.
What are our thoughts on Abba Ranger?
I honestly, these are pretty solid looking. Very smooth design.
Also, one of the few teams where the accent colors aren't different for any of the Rangers. It's just gold, and then white for the main 3, gold, more gold accents for the black, and then black accents for the white.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a solid A, I feel. Honestly.
Yeah. Okay. Anywhere in particular in A? In order, we have the Gojujers, we have Kira Major.
I'm thinking like between these two, honestly.
That's Mask Man and Lupin Ranger.
Oh yeah, those. Wait,
those the guys with the capes.
Yeah, that's
the thieves.
Yeah.
And then right next to them are the cops, the Pat Rangers. I remember we put them back to back.
No, I would say they're before those two sets of teams.
So before, like right here, so higher up.
Yeah.
So between Mega Ranger and Mask Man.
Yeah.
So like right here.
All right, we officially
look at that. We officially have a double decker.
Yeah, we officially have a tier that has more than can fit on the chart. Thankfully, we're far enough into the video that you could still see the rest of the teams on the bottom.
Yeah.
All right, so back to you, Sentai Abba Ranger. This was the 2003 team, and it was team number 27. So 2 teams after the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, that sounds about right for
this was also in America, Dino Thunder. Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Which I'll get into some of the stuff about that once I read the premise or the little story on Wikipedia for Abba Ranger. Scientists believe that 65 million years ago, a meteorite crashed on Earth, killed off the dinosaurs. In truth, it split Earth into 2 parallel universes. Dino Earth is an Earth where dinosaurs were still the superior species. Our Earth, referred to as Another Earth by the residents of Dino Earth. Over time, the Saurian and Bakyu races came into being on Dino Earth.
I'm sorry, Nick, too. I don't mean to interrupt you. Well, I kind of have to, but That is the plot of the Super Mario Brothers movie. Bob Hoskins.
Sure, I guess. we'll keep going.
Continue. Just that is literally
what a pull. Anyways, over time, the Saurian and Bakuyu races came into being on Dino Earth. They were at war with the Evolians, entities that emerged from the meteor. The two Earths are separated until Asuka, one of the Saurians from Dino Earth, arrives on Earth via a transdimensional portal. However, he is followed by the Evolians and their Anomalocaris spaceship and 3 Bakuyu under their control.
They do their best.
As the Bakuyu Tyrannosaurus, Pterodon, and Triceratops, that's the red, yellow, and blue, the mechs, attack Tokyo, a call is sent out to 3 destined ones who possess dino guts to gain the power to tame the 3 beasts. Together with their Bakuyu partners, the 3 become Abba Rangers to protect their dimension from the Evolians. In time, another Abba Ranger appears, takes the name Abare Killer, and fights the others while the Evolians carry out their ultimate goal, the resurrection of their god. So, some fun things about Abba Ranger that was only in this particular season. So they had their main 3 guys, and then if I'm not mistaken, either their mentor or their close friend or somebody became the Black Ranger later. And he had the Brachiosaurus. So he was essentially the mech carrier.
I remember the Brachiosaurus.
Yes.
Yeah.
So his Brachiosaurus carried the other mechs. It didn't combine with them. So he was just the carrier Zord. They also introduced later Abare Killer, which if you'll notice by the name, that doesn't sound like a guy who wants to work with the Abba Rangers.
No.
He was a villain. Straight through and through. And it was to the point that the director or the creator or somebody in the main production was like, I want him to just stay a bad guy. And it's a guy they're just going to fight. He didn't even get a proper morph sequence. Ever. All the other teams, it's like, oh, they press the button, they do the morph, and it's like a cool thing shows up on screen. For him, whenever he morphed, he pushed the button, and then he just went, and there you go. That was the guy. So he didn't even have a morph. But upper executives at Toei were like, no, you don't understand. He's a ranger, he's popular, he has his own mechs, which he steals. He has a different Pterodon, like a much bigger white one. And he steals one of their mechs to make his own Megazord. He steals the Stegosaurus. Because he has a 2-piece Megazord, whereas the other guys have a 3-piece Megazord. But anyways, they're like, he's super popular, you have to make him a good guy. And they're like, I really don't want to make him a good guy. And he's like, fine, I will. But it was super late into the series that he finally joined the team. And spoilers for Abba Ranger, which I only know this from seeing other things later, he eventually dies, helping to save the day. Which makes for a very, very, very interesting development when they do the crossover movie with the X. They always do a crossover movie with the next team during that team's run. So the next team was Deca Ranger, who we have not gotten to yet. I don't believe. No. And so that team were fighting bad guys who were working together with both their bad guys. And they teamed up with the Abba Rangers, and the bad guys are like, don't worry, we're going to use our powers to resurrect the most evil person in hell, our master. And they finally get their plan off, and who do they resurrect? Abba Killer.
Oh my god,
who joins with the good guys to beat the other bad guys. It's so funny. I'm like, that's awesome. The greatest thing I've ever heard.
That is awesome.
So funny. But anyways, so on to Dino Thunder, our American version. A lot of interesting things about this particular season. This season is when Saban, or actually at the time it was Disney. Sorry, Disney had the rights. But when the production crew saw that it was dinosaurs again, they're like, oh my god, it's like Mighty Morphin. This was the first time they brought dinosaurs back, and they're like, oh my god, we got to do something about this. And so they brought back Jason David Frank, the man who played Tommy, to come back, and he becomes that team's Black Ranger. Because in our universe, in Power Rangers, the shows are all connected.
Yeah.
So they can be different suits. It don't matter. In Japan, totally unconnected. There's never been a person in Japan that has more than one suit from different teams because it's always different teams. But yeah, so he became Black Ranger for this team. And Americans ran into a problem because they're like, our show is for kids in America who are very dumb compared to Japanese kids. So we can't have a ranger who's called a ranger be a bad guy for the whole show. So they wrote a plot where the White Ranger, Abare Killer, in our version, he's just the White Dino Thunder Ranger, becomes good, or like he was brainwashed, but he becomes good. And at the same time, there was a monster who copied his powers and made an evil White Ranger, so they could still use the Japanese footage of the White Ranger being a bad guy, while at the same time they made new footage of our White Ranger being a good guy.
That's
because they really wanted. They're like, no, we have to have the whole team. We can't have a bad guy White Ranger the whole time. So they're like, oh no, don't worry. The bad guy one's an evil clone. Don't worry about him. We have a good guy. And then they eventually wrote an episode where they realized we can't have two people with the same power at the same time. We're both going to die. So they fought each other. Good guy White Ranger beat bad guy White Ranger. And this was much later in the show. Oh, and hey, look at that. Now it matches up with the Japanese footage where he's a good guy. So it was a tricky little way that they did it so that they could still use the evil footage without committing to him being evil.
Right.
All right.
Very good show. And this was the last time that Jason David Frank got a new suit, and this was his 5th suit.
Yeah.
Because he was the Green Ranger in the original show. He was the White Ranger later in the same Mighty Morphin. He then continued on to be the Red Ranger in Power Rangers Zeo. And then he was the Red Ranger in Power Rangers Turbo until he gave up the powers or passed them on to a different person. So he was the Red Ranger. Time skip. Dino Thunder, he becomes the Black Ranger, and then he comes back for a couple of anniversaries, and the last time he ever came back, before his actor sadly passed away, so he'll never come back, but he came back for the 25th anniversary special, where he was given a special morpher called the Master Morpher, which let him turn into all of his suits.
That's awesome.
At the same time. And well, not at the same time, but like he would be like, all right, Dino Thunder, power up, and then he activates it and he turns into Dino Thunder Black.
Yeah.
Then he does it again and he turns into Red Zeo, and he does it again and turns. It's a very fun way to. And I'm glad that it happened before he passed away. It's like good. He got a proper little send off for being what is definitively the most popular Ranger ever in America.
His movie comes out next month.
That's right. This dates it a little bit. His The Legend of the White Dragon is finally releasing, which was the last.
Which this
movie.
might be coming out around when it comes out.
I think it's end of August. So depending on when this comes out. But yeah, no, he's his final movie thing, which is clearly just like him being like, I want to do another Power Rangers thing, but there's no more Power Rangers things to do, so I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah.
And so he's the White Dragon, which is very funny because he was a Green Ranger with a dragon power, and then he was a White Ranger.
Yeah.
So it's just both put together. Like, okay. But yeah, I'm excited for that. There's other actors in it that were also throughout history in Power Rangers, so that'll be fun. Anyways, big old tangent with Outer Ranger, but I thought it was worth it because
absolutely,
very significant team, at least in America, and then in Japan, it's significant for their bonus guy who was. Oh, and there's. I'll just point this out now. There's a there's like a fangirl character in the show for Outer Ranger that, or I don't know if she's fangirl, but she's like a friend who makes her own suit, and she claims that she's the Pink Ranger.
Is this?
But if you look at the suit, it's literally, I'm pulling it up for you to look at. It's literally just someone in a handmade suit with a helmet that doesn't even go over their face.
Oh,
but,
that's cute.
Yeah, so it's just a fun little thing she did. And when they did, we haven't gotten to them yet, but when they did the 35th anniversary, they counted all of the heroes, and there was exactly 199. And it's like, oh, that's convenient. And then when they did because it was the anniversary team, they did a special episode. They did episodes about most of the previous teams. They did the episode about Outer Ranger, and they find her. She's there because in this particular team, all the teams are connected. Whatever, who cares? So they meet her, and she gifts them her power, and she's like, "I'm the secret 200th."
That is so cool.
Yeah, and so she gives them the power, and her power. The gimmick of that team is they can turn into past Rangers. So she gives them the power of the Pink. So the Pink of that team turns into that one, and she's like. What is this? It's not even a real suit. And like she takes off the helmet, which they don't do in Japan because they're like supposed to be power suits, like not.
Yeah.
She physically takes off the helmet. She's like, "This is weird," like, and refuses to fight because she just thinks it's embarrassing. It's very funny. But yeah, other fun thing about Outer Ranger.
So moving on to the whole freaking mannequin.
Oh yeah, I guess we could go over this for now. So.
I just want to see a full picture of this.
Let me pull up a picture of the guy. So, after this particular photo shoot happened, they did have their 6th Ranger for Gojuger, which is what we have at the top of A tier. And this tier list added a picture of it. It's not a good picture in there, so I'm going to pull up a full image of this is the bonus guy for the guys we have at the top of A tier. This is Goju Polar. So he's a polar bear. He's polar bear themed.
I can see that. He's a bit extra, but you know he. Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing I will show if I can find a good.
I just love the picture that we have here on the corner where
he's just chilling.
It's just a regular image, but then like you just have the guy doing the pose like, "Bam! Hey guys, I was here the whole time."
I'm trying to find one thing I do appreciate about him. If I can find it. Oh, I can't find a good image of it. But here's another image of him. Where is it? Here we go. So normally his regular guy, he's like wearing a trench coat, overcoat sort of thing on him. That's supposed to look like, you know, when boxers come up on stage, and they're wearing like that coat that
the
they take off.
robe, and
So he has a thing on his fist. That's his morpher. So he punches to morph. So it's like, oh, what if he's like boxer themed? So when he morphs, he's wearing the little coat, and then he dramatically takes it off, and then the armor on his shoulder shows up. So it's like, it's a cool little extra thing for his particular pension.
And since this was put in here after we did the first episode, it's kind of hard to rate this because we already rated the original team.
I'd say they're already top of A, and I don't think he's so egregiously different that he should be in a different spot.
Yeah.
Unless you guys think so.
No.
Yeah, like he fits.
Alright.
Yeah, here's both the guys. That's the guy.
Then I put him right beneath it.
Okay.
Not as a lower thing, but as a
They're
tied together.
All right, so then.
All right, now for an actual new crew.
Yeah, let me go.
For us.
Okay.
So from the small image, okay, we got a bit of a T-Mobile lineup.
So this is one of the. This is going to be one of the teams where I don't have to translate part of their name because it's in English.
Oh.
So this is Engine Sentai Go Onger, which yes, it's Go Onger because it's spelled GO-ONGER. No, it is not Gunjer. It is Go Onger.
I know we just talked about Marvel Rivals like a few hours ago, but dear God.
Yeah. People. There's recently people have been making dumb jokes about like this is why hyphens are important.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is Go Onger. And you'll notice another significant thing about this particular team. You may have seen these guys before.
It's the Scotsman.
Oh, that's right. The first
it's the Scotsman!
It is.
And wait a minute.
For people who may not have seen the first episode, at the start of that particular episode, he included he included a very specific clip, but he changed the voice at the end from the American version of this team, where their Blue Ranger is Scottish, and the bad guy is like, oh, red's the leader, yellow's the girl, green's the idiot, and black's the brooding bad boy. What are you? And the Blue Ranger's like, well, I'm Scottish. It's a very funny line.
It makes me laugh every time I see it.
But this is the Japanese team of that.
Huh.
But did you notice anything else about the team? Make sure you scroll all the way to the left and the right for this one.
These guys look oddly like a prior team.
Did you count how many are on the team?
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7.
7.
Yeah.
One of the only teams. Technically, there's also, we already talked about them, the Q Rangers, the 12-man team. But that's like a very blatant exception.
This is a big group.
Mm-hmm.
Not the biggest we've seen, but it's a big group, and
it is.
There's something peculiar about these guys, like especially their bonus dudes, or dude and dudette.
Yep. Also, the only time we've had a bonus person be a girl.
Yeah.
The quote unquote 6th Ranger.
I mean, her skirt you could barely tell, so
I appreciate that about this particular team. Is that the skirt? Well, for
yellow, it's more. Yellow is more.
I would say yellow's is more noticeable, but because of the way they colored silver and gold, it's much less noticeable on silver.
Yeah. Huh. There's. I mean, they're interesting, but there's something.
Something about them.
Yeah, like they're updates. Like you look like an update of Jetman for Red.
Right. There are a lot of Reds that have
Blue
like a
looks
bird
like one of the
theme,
car
and they give them the
guys.
yellow beak. It's like, but you're the Red Ranger, and it's like, well, it's a bird. Gotta have a yellow beak.
Oh wait! They all have numbers on them.
They do. Good catch.
Except for bonus dudes. You guys have Kirby's
they're numbered
tire enemy.
I was gonna say they're numbered as well. I don't think the numbers are on their chest though.
Yeah, I don't see their numbers.
Yeah, the numbers
on
aren't
their
on their chest, but that's okay. Anyways, here you go. We got Go Onger.
You get stuck with the bonus guys first, I think.
I showed him blue and green first, and then he can look at the bonus guys.
They look like space people.
Remember, this is Engine Sentai Go Onger. If that helps you like interpret
So
what's
yeah,
going on with their suit.
Yeah, their suit.
Bruce
Yeah, they.
lame.
It's a little kind of boxy looking.
Looks like a car, like the front of a car.
Yeah, he does look a car-like, but It's like car-like versions of animals, it looked like.
Ooh.
To me, at least. So I could imagine red being a jet, blue being a SUV, green a submarine for some weird reason.
This is neat. This is your guys' theories on this.
Silver and gold tanks. That'd be awesome. I would like a military, like, full-on, like, military-themed, like, Sentai.
The closest we got was Go-Go 5 or Lightspeed Rescue in America. That we already talked about them. They're the ones that have the big giant visors on their face that are supposed to look like badges. But you guys are like, it's just triangles and circles.
Yeah.
It is.
And then they had the you guys were like, oh, this is the Umbrella Corporation on their chest.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that crew, I feel like we should have put really.
But you're not seeing any of these in these videos, but their particular mechs are all based on rescue vehicles. So Red had like a fire truck.
In this one?
No. For that team.
Well, maybe I put something.
So like that, because you were talking about like we should have a military themed team, and I'm like, that's the closest we got. Is that they were like a rescue team?
They're meh.
They're meh.
I mean, they're okay. I mean, either a solid B or C for me, but
Okay. But is there anything egregiously bad about them?
I mean, I get their point they're going across. Their white stripes are kind of like
Silver.
belt buckles.
Silver.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just
There's
like,
a reason I did the intro for the first episode. I'm colorblind.
fair, which does make this a lot funnier in hindsight.
The Blue
that we're having a
Ranger's
colorblind person in
helmet
bright
looks
person.
like a front of a car.
Yeah.
I like what they do for the numbers on their chests, but it doesn't. I mean, it gives vibes of the classic like Super Sentai. You know, ever since I did the editing for the first episode, and I've had to look at clips of shows that I've actually put into the episode, can barely see it because the opacity is at 10%, or else I get flagged.
Well, fair. Totally fair. YouTube is a cesspool.
I had 40% and it was still not enough. You had to put that son of a bitch to 10. But yeah, I now have a weirder appreciation because now I can imagine how these suits are supposed to move and look like. Because when I looked at the very first crew that was made for Super Sentai, I originally thought they were the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life.
I was just saying,
but when I saw them moving
in motion, they look a little better.
It was
maybe not better.
Red better. Everyone else pink better. Everyone else put them in the trash. But I'm finding this new appreciation. For Jetman, I said those guys look like the most dummy, cartoony things. Originally, when I was saying that in the episode, I had explosions going on in the background and everything. I was like, huh.
That's very funny.
Yeah,
that's very perfect timing.
Almost perfect timing. But then
Speaking of Jetman, I should have mentioned this back in. God, Jetman was episode 1. I should have mentioned this back then, but in Jetman's show, they do have wings that they can extend underneath their suit, which it's not technically part of the main suit. It's just something that comes out. But it would have been nice to have you guys see that at the time.
But these guys are just they're okay. The bonus guys are definitely cooler.
The gold and silver,
yeah. I feel like the green for green is just too meh. I mean, we've had that color before.
Another thing to point out: green and black both have different accents for their little.
Yeah, black looks really cool with the gold.
I don't know if you guys could tell with the low quality image, but their gauntlets and their shin braces are tires. They're tiny tires.
Yeah, I can't tell that, but
they're tiny tires. Yeah, see, tiny tires.
Bruh.
Except for silver.
Bruh.
Sorry, except for black and green.
This is a solid C.
I think they're supposed to be off-road ones. And then I don't know what's going on with their thing. But yeah.
I give it a solid C.
Alright. Where are we putting it in C? We got Hurricaneger, Dynaman, Goggle 5, Gingaman, Jaka, and Jojo.
If not the first, then maybe the second place, because these are interesting designs.
Yeah.
They do look like updated versions of prior Rangers. But it could have been a little better, I feel. So, I mean, second place C probably is fitting, I feel like. It's definitely better than baseball team.
Okay. That's fair. Alright, cool. So, second top of C tier. So, Engine Sentai Go Launcher. This was the 2008 team. And it was team number 32.
I would have totally guessed somewhere in the 2000.
Team number 32. So, the brief synopsis. Machine World is one of the...
I'm out!
What a start.
Nah, just kidding. This sounds something Eggman-y.
Anyways, yes. Machine World is one of the 11 brain worlds other than our own, which is referred to as the human world. And it is home to giant vehicular beings called engines, who wage a war against the Gaiark, who desire to pollute their world.
So, Transformers?
Hang on. Losing, the Gaiark's 3 pollution ministers escape leaves them on Earth, seeing the human world as an easier location to create their ideal paradise. The 6 engines manage to pursue them, selecting 5 humans to become their partners, the Go-Oners. The team are joined by Go-On-Wings and their wing engines, as well as the ancient engines, as they all together battle the Gaiark as well as other evil villains from other brain worlds. So they are very much living vehicles that are also themed off animals. So
Beast Wars, got it.
They don't turn into animals. I
know. I'm just making.
It's like,
jokes,
oh, this
man.
car looks like a bird, or this car looks like a wolf. And so the blue, which is what Brian was hung up on, he's a truck that is themed off of a lion.
Yeah, I
So
totally
that's
got
why
that.
his face looks
he's
more
so
like a
blocky,
car.
and
Yeah, and then red is an eagle car. Yellow is a little bear car. It's like a little buggy, but it's a bear.
Okay.
Black is a wolf, I believe.
He looked a little.
And then green is either a shark or a dolphin. I think it's a shark. That might be the American version. I know one of them. That's what it's American. And then the last 2, the bonus guys, they're going on wings. So it's like they have 2 flying vehicles.
Yeah.
One's a jet and one's a helicopter, and that's why they're gold and silver.
Yeah, the regular Rangers, they look like they were strapped up.
You want to know something that'll really piss you off, and I think I know why they didn't put the numbers on gold and silver. So they mentioned at the start in the synopsis that there were 6 vehicles that went to Earth, and they recruited the 5 heroes, and then later 2 more showed up. So the reason that happened is that they have 2 mechs. They have the first 3, the red, blue, and yellow, make a mech. And then black and green join with the 6th mech, which is I think it's like an alligator. It's like an orange alligator, to make their mech. Later, gold and silver show up. So actually, they're numbers 7 and 8. Not 6 and 7. There is no Ranger for the 6th vehicle. It's just a bonus vehicle. So yeah, number-wise, they're number 7 and 8.
In the GTA, are we hoarding vehicles now for the Rangers? Son of a bitch.
So this is also a very significant team in America. It is considered by many people to be one of the best shows we ever got, which was Power Rangers RPM. And in that particular show, this was the last show that Disney did that, based on some rumors, they were like, we're done with Power Rangers. They did the previous team, which was Jungle Fury. That was Geki Ranger, the one with the purple Ranger.
Yeah.
So they did that, and they're like, okay, we're done. Power Rangers doesn't fit our brand. It's not being watched enough by people.
Yeah.
We want to get rid of it. There was a random country that was airing Disney shows, and they're like, you signed a contract to do X number of shows for us of Power Rangers, and you're 1 short. So contractually, Disney had to do 1 more season. So they did RPM. And they told the people in charge, they're like, we don't give a shit about this show. Do whatever the fuck you want. And so that particular guy who was the head of the show, he's like, he looked just at like the
He's like, I bet.
Yeah, no, he did not give a shit what the premise of the show was. He turned it into a post-apocalyptic show where an evil machine empire that was from a computer virus destroyed all of the Earth except for 1 city, the domed city of Corinth, where the only protection they had was the Power Rangers. So literally, he's like, no, this show is good. Then, after he wrote this huge grand story and like had shot this crazy first episode, he got to look at a lot of the footage from Japan, and he saw that the mechs were living cars with big anime eyes moving, and he's like, what the fuck did you give me for the footage? And so many of the fights for the mechs, they had to just cut around the fact that like their eyes are fucking moving. You just have to ignore that. But within the context of the show, he eventually found a way to explain it, and this is like a dark show for a kid show. Like,
yeah,
in the first episode,
this is the ghost stories of Power Rangers.
In the first episode, the Red Ranger's brother, they're both Air Force pilots, or like whatever. The Red Ranger's brother fucking dies, and he's also an Air Force pilot. And like his dad is a general in the military, and he kind of blames his son for it, for the death of his brother. It's like, Jesus, what is happening? In another great thing about that particular show is that the first like 5 episodes are like each episode is about the history of this particular Ranger, which they've never done before. They're like, okay, this is the Red Ranger episode. This is the Blue Ranger episode. His episode is very funny because he's Scottish. And like that, it's clearly a New Zealander guy doing a Scottish accent, by the way. It's just so funny.
Oh, that's even better.
But everyone has a tragic backstory. It's great, except for him. His tragic backstory is he couldn't find a good job, so eventually he decided to help the people in Corinth. But anyways, so this is all happening. He eventually finds a way to describe, why do the vehicles look like this? Why do the mechs look like this? Why do the suits look like dudes in racing vehicles? The person who's in charge of the team, her name is Dr. K. And at first, she just seems like a person with a robot voice talking to them through a computer. We find out much later, she's the same age as the Rangers, and she's like almost a kid. Oh. And we see her tragic backstory, where she was, as a child, we're talking like 5 or 6 years old, kidnapped by the government because she's a super genius. So that they can like keep her under lock and key in a secret government facility to build weapons and stuff for them. They're like, here, have this thing. Please solve this problem for us. It's clear how to make a weapon. And then she had only 2 friends in the entire building were other experiment people who later on became the Gold and Silver Ranger. And they were brother and sister twins who were so, like, deprived of, like, a childhood that they completed each other's sentences and they talked like they had, like, something going on. Like,
this
like
is already like the
neurodeficiency.
most Japanese thing ever.
But this is the American version.
I know!
Right? And so... eventually, Dr. K is like, I want to go, like, because every birthday, they give her just a generic birthday cake. I'm like, okay, here's your birthday. Okay, now go back to doing things. And every year she wishes to go outside. She's never been outside since she was a child.
Oh my God,
so eventually, the big twist that they reveal, spoilers for RPM, she created a virus to hack into the network of the facility she was in to escape. And right before she was going to fully escape and turn... because everything... if the virus worked, they got out. She had to, like, plug in a thing to contain the virus. And if she didn't, it would get out. And they took her away before she could.
Oh,
so she created the virus that caused the apocalypse.
Oh, no.
And that's and then when they look at, like, all the mechs and stuff, it's like, that's why they look that way. It is a child who had a stunted growth making mechs. So they look very googly and anime-eyed. So they found a way to explain why the mechs look the way they do in a post-apocalypse. It's crazy. Baby. It's crazy. Fantastic season if you ever decide to go and see it. One of the best. And yeah, I love RPM. Fantastic show. But anyways, yeah. But by contrast, Go Onger, apparently, I've never seen it, but I've seen clips from it. They're like light and fun Sentai season.
Oh, goody.
This poor man who was directing the show was like, what is this footage you gave me? I can't use any of this. It's so weird.
Maybe I should have gotten the footage before I wrote up this crazy-ass plot.
Yep. Oh, anyways. I just had to go on that rant about RPM. Fantastic show.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, boy. Oh, I'm excited for this one, and I think you guys will be too. All right, so this
yes. I can immediately tell who they are from the small image. Yes.
This is Kaizoku Sentai Go Kaiger, otherwise known as Pirate Sentai.
Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are the pirates.
Yes, they are pirates.
Stand up for that. Sorry.
Pirate Sentai Go Kaiger, or Kaizoku Sentai Go Kaiger.
I love these suits. Oh my god, yes.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about this.
Yellow is my main in Battle of the Grid.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had the video.
Yeah,
she's a playable character. Yep.
Frickin' love her, and oh god, I just love the. For those who don't know, I love pirate shit.
I don't think they could tell by you screaming the first lyric.
I have a Jolly Roger hanging in my house. Oh, man.
Oh, you're going to have some thoughts when I explain this team to you, then.
Oh, I bet. You know what's funny is the white one looks like he's wearing... Instead of, like, being a pirate, he's, like...
Silver.
Silver, whatever. He's wearing looks like he's wearing a do-rag and a ski outfit.
Oh, that's an interesting thought you have there.
But yeah, but he also has the Jolly Roger on his chest for the chest symbol.
Do you notice anything about the way their Jolly Rogers look?
It's a little.
Like it's not it's too hard to see. Okay.
A little bit.
I was to say it's not a skull and crossbones.
Yeah, no. It's two swords crossing each other
across something else, which I'll get.
I can barely see, but I'm looking at their belts. It looks like there's some kind of symbol on them, but I can't really see very well.
Oh, we'll get to it.
Alright, Brian, say what you want.
Gokaiger. Can you tell what their theming is?
I mean, was he not paying attention a second ago?
Well, true. But I was going to say, like, just based on the aesthetics alone, I will say this is one of those teams where it's like you look at them and you immediately get what they are.
Yes.
Like, just frame one.
No, I like them. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. Fun thing about, I'll point out since it's part of the design, if you look at their visors, the visors for all of them except the bonus guy are in the shape of pirate hats.
Yeah.
Like different kinds of pirate hats.
Yes.
Which I think is fantastic. It's like, oh, that's...
This is like the kind of team that's like, there is so much attention to detail.
And you were talking about Silver? It's not his visor, but above his visor, his is supposed to look like a bandana tied over.
Yeah, that's what I like to say.
Another type of pirate one.
Yeah. Like, it's just like so good. It's like there's a theme. It's clear. You know what they're all about just by looking at them. And it's just solid S tier design in my opinion.
All right. What are you feeling?
Yeah, I like this design.
Would you put them in S?
Yeah, I would agree.
All right. So we got the Die Rangers, we got the Q Rangers, we got the Kaku Rangers. Where are we putting them? Ooh, top of S.
It's just so fitting.
Do you agree?
It's so good. It is so drastic to every single other team that we've seen. Even more drastic than the fucking animals. But it's just so, like, if you have these guys in a lineup, you immediately find these guys. Yes.
Top of S tier. Wow. All right. I'm so stoked that you put them at the top of S tier. So,
you and me both.
This was the 2011 team number 35. The anniversary team. And they are the anniversary team. I will explain. All right. In a world where the previous Super Sentai groups...
Oh, no, you gotta do action movie.
In a world... No, okay. In a world where the previous Super Sentai groups exist, a group of young pirates come from space to Earth to obtain the greatest treasure in the universe, which can only be acquired after obtaining the greater powers of the past 34 Super Sentai teams. Yeah. However, they end up facing the Space Empire Zanyak, whose earlier invasion forces were wiped out by the 34 Sentai groups not long ago, before a new invasion force is established under Commander Warsgill, the Emperor's son. As a result, due to their history with the Empire, the Space Pirates use the powers of the older teams and attempt to master their powers to fight the Zanyak forces as the Gokaigers.
Not one thing you said made me want to cringe. It sounds so freaking cool!
It is pretty fantastic. So,
if I'm not playing Ailstorm or something like that, or Donkey Kong Country 2 music right now, I will slap myself.
One Piece. Anyways, so...
Okay, I don't want to get booted off the internet.
That's fair.
Get the slapping.
That's fair. Copyright. Anyway, so... Other things about Gokaigers they didn't talk about. So this is the anniversary team where previously we talked about the Bokengers before. That's the guys that we have at the bottom of A tier. They were the 30th anniversary team. The only real references to other teams in that is that some of the villains looked like previous members.
Yeah.
Like that was their little reference. The 25th anniversary team, they had and the 30th also had this. They had a crossover movie where instead of just being teamed up with the previous team, they were teamed up with random people from previous teams. And they referenced the other teams. This team was like, no. From the get-go, it is all the other teams exist in the same universe, and they're all working together. But at the start of the show, there was a massive war where, literally in the first episode, we see the previous 34 teams all together fighting a giant army.
I've seen a clip of that.
And they realized the way to win, which Aka Ranger, the Red Ranger of their very first team, he's the guy we have number 2 in Get the Fuck Out tier. Very sorry, fans. He's like he's like members of Super Sentai. The only way we can stop them is we must sacrifice our powers. So he and all of them sacrifice all their powers to wipe out the army, and their powers become these little keys that, when they're unopened, it looks like a tiny little minifigure of the Ranger. Then you flip it up, and there's a key. Yeah. And it has their powers in it. Now, in space...
It's like a key to a treasure, basically.
Yeah, in space while all this is happening, the spirit of every Red Ranger, who is called Aka Red, that is not a joke, his name is Aka Red. He sees this happening. No, I know, it's a very hilarious name for him. But Aka Red witnesses all this happening, and he's like, I need to go get the keys. I'm going to work with these other guys who are pirates, and I'm going to say, hey, we're pirates, we got to get these powers back. So they're like, we're going to go around and go get the powers. And so that's how he starts the team with, I kid you not, the Red Ranger's name is Captain Marvelous. That is his name, Captain Marvelous. And he makes it, and one of the other guys who's working with him betrays them. He steals all the bonus Ranger keys from them. And he has a magic trumpet that when he puts the keys in, he summons clones of the bonus Rangers. And so, but then the Captain Marvelous makes his own pirate crew, 5 other people from around the universe, and they go to Earth to try and collect these powers. Now, part of the way they do that is that there's different story arcs where part of, in the real world, during this season, they're like, okay, we want to try and have people from previous teams. We'll get whoever we can, because it'll be fun for a little anniversary thing. Because it was in 2011, the major earthquake that hit Japan happened. So people were devastated. And so part of what happened is that a lot of the past actors are like, we know that this current show is going on that's referencing to everybody. Kids in Japan fucking love Super Sentai. So they're like, we'll be a part of it. Let us be part of it. And so they managed to get at least one person from every single previous team to show up in the show.
That's amazing.
Fantastic. And the premise of most of the episodes is they run into one of these guys, and they're like, hey, we're pirates, we need your powers so we can get the greatest treasure in the world. And they're like, we don't really trust you, you're pirates. But then through the episode, they prove that they're worthy of it, and they give them their greater power and allow them to have a greater power. Now, they already have most of the keys anyways, so they can turn it. So the way that works is that within their belt, they can push a button, and a key will pop out. They hold the key, they put it in the morpher, they turn it, and then the morpher says the name of the team, and they turn into that Ranger.
That is awesome.
Yes.
This is a show I would love to freaking watch.
It is many people's very first Super Sentai. You would think it wouldn't work, but they are so good at their storytelling for it that it doesn't even matter if you've never seen them, because every episode does a brief little thing about the previous team, and a person from the team shows up. The original Red Ranger, Aka Ranger, he actually shows up in the show.
That is sick.
At the start and in the finale, where the grand finale of the whole show, they beat the bad guys and they realize, you know what, we don't need the greatest power in the universe. Or maybe they get it and they use it to beat the bad guys, I don't remember. But they give all the powers back. So we see a bunch of the Rangers we've seen previously, they get their keys back, and they get to turn back into the Rangers. And one of the last shots in the show is that Aka Ranger, the actor for it, he gets his key back, and he's gives an approving nod, turns around. This guy's 50 at the time. He turns around, has an approving nod, and he just turns into the Red Ranger and walks off. And I'm like, that is so fucking cool.
It is.
Fantastic show. Now, here is
the American version,
where I have to talk about the American version. So,
do you have to?
I do, because it is noteworthy for the weird history of it. Oh, and I forgot to, sorry, before I get to that, the Silver Ranger for this particular team.
Oh, yeah.
So all these 5 other guys, they're pirates from space. They barely know anything about Super Sentai. They're just we need their powers to get the greatest power. The Silver Ranger is a Super Sentai fanboy.
Oh my god, yes.
And he discovered his own way to become a Ranger. And when he joins the team, he's just every time he sees a past guy, he's like, oh my god, you're the Red Ranger from Jetman or something like that.
So it's you!
Pretty much. But it's so... He's great. Now, oh god, I have to talk about this too. So they fantastic, famous team. The Red Ranger for this team has come back more than any other Ranger in the series. In every anniversary, he shows up in some capacity. Sometimes just showing up just cause. a few years back, the Silver Ranger was arrested for crimes.
Oh.
So he's no longer in the franchise, which sucks because people love his Ranger. He did get to show up for the 10th anniversary before that happened, though, so that was nice. They did a 10th anniversary movie for this team because they're like, that's how popular this team is. We have to do a 10th anniversary movie. And it's great because every time their ending theme for this show is that they go through every other previous team and they just have a one-line thing about it. Like, where it's like they talk about one of the dinosaur teams. They're like, Zoo Rangers are Dino Fantasy, and then they move on to the next team. So that's the song for the whole thing. When they came back for the 10th anniversry, they did that song again, and they added the 10 new teams who would come out.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So that's a fun thing to do for that team. But anyway, moving on. The American version. So this was the weird. Oh god. Okay. So we talked about RPM previously. That was the last Disney series. So after that, Disney was like, we're done. We're not doing anything else anymore.
And now they own it again.
Did not air. No, they don't.
Yeah, I thought they.
Hasbro.
I thought they sold it to Disney.
Ooh, Hasbro has it right now. Hasbro has it currently.
Oh,
Disney does not have it.
Oh, okay.
No. You're talking about there's plans to reboot the series, and they're supposedly working on it, and it's going to air on Disney Plus. That's what's going on.
I thought it was Disney buying the rights.
Nah, Disney does not have the rights. It's still Hasbro. And Hasbro doesn't have their own streaming service, so I think that's why they chose Disney Plus.
Okay.
Anyways, so after RPM, there was no new season. It's the only time we'd ever taken a break. And what they did instead, Disney's like, well, we still have the rights, but we don't want to make stuff, so here's the first season of Power Rangers again, Mighty Morphin, but we added a couple special effects to it. That's it. So during that year, Saban was like, well, if you don't want those guys back, well, take them off your hands, buy it real cheap for you. And he's like, they're like, I mean, sure, we don't give a shit. So he bought it for something like, I don't know.
He bought it for less than
He bought it for $100 million, $50 million. Oh yeah, definitely. He bought it way less. Haim Saban is Mr. I will make money off of anything. So he bought it back, and he's like, we're relaunching Power Rangers, baby. And he huge marketing campaigns to get it back off the ground. And the team that they happened to be adapting next was the Samurais, which we haven't gotten to.
I thought it was the dinosaurs that he did first.
No, it was the Samurais. So he did Samurai, and he made a deal with Nickelodeon. He's like, Nickelodeon is going to be the people who air the show, but they're like, we'll only do 20 episodes plus a holiday special. This is a show that has 50 episodes in Japan.
So he gets the footage.
So how do they do that? They're like, well, what if we did 2 seasons for each show? So they're like, okay. So we did Samurai and then Super Samurai. So it's technically 40, I think it's 44 episodes, so pretty close. But now it means we're no longer in sync with the anniversary in Japan.
Oh.
So by the time Samurai was done, it was now time for our 20th anniversary. But Japan was already 2 seasons ahead. So technically, we were a season behind. And America was like, fuck that shit, we're doing our 20th anniversary. So we used the footage from Go Sager, which is the team at the second to last in A tier, the one with the big robot guy, as our 20th anniversary team. We did
if you guys didn't remember our comments on that guy, go back to episode
in America, he's literally called Robo Knight because he's just a robot. He just acts like Robo Knight. It's very fun. But anyways, we did a 20-episode season of that team. Then there was a dramatic climax with the cliffhanger where the team was going to get destroyed. They lost their powers. Or no, they didn't even lose their power. They just we got the bad guys are showing up, the new bad guys, and they were the bad guys from Gokaiger. So we're like, wait a minute, but we're still in the middle of Megaforce. Sorry, we call it Megaforce in America. So what we did is we're like, well, we need to hurry up and get to the anniversary footage because it's our anniversary. Even in episode 1 of Megaforce, they teased the footage of all the Rangers teaming up that I described from Gokaiger. It's like, well, but they're not the right team. That's not the anniversary team. The way we explained it is that once we moved on to season 2, we called it Super Megaforce. Their mentor guy is like, guys, you need new powers. These powers are not good enough. So I'm giving you your new Super Mega Modes. You're the Megaforce Rangers. Here's your Super Mega Modes, and he gives them the keys for the next team. And so what they did is they turned the Pirates into a super mode of the Angel team. Neither of which are referenced at all in the American version. Like you saw, they look like pirates.
Yeah.
Nope. They're just the super mode of the current team. Another weird thing that they had to address. If you notice, the colors of those 2 teams are not exactly the same. In Megaforce, in Go Sager, it's red, blue, yellow, pink, black. Whereas in Gokaiger, it's red, blue, yellow, pink, green.
Yeah.
So the guy who's the Black Ranger gets his key, and he says to the mentor, I think there's something wrong. You gave me the wrong key. And the guy says, there's a simple explanation for that. And then an explosion happens off screen, and they never address it. So they're just like, yeah, we literally... Fuck you, we wanted to use the anniversary. We wanted to use the anniversary footage, so that's what we did. So they took what many people think is the best season in Japan and truncated it into 20 episodes.
Wow.
And remember, this was our 20th anniversary. So they had 20 episodes to anniversaryize our 20 seasons. Now that'd be a struggle, but you theoretically could do it, right? Like one per team. No. They just took whatever Japanese footage they could find, threw it in there, and speed run through the series. And the weirdest shit happens where, at first we thought it was a cheeky reference, where the Rangers use the keys from the Die Ranger, the people we have at number 2 on the A tier. Which, in America, we use the White Ranger, Tommy. Right? We never use those other suits. So they turn into those suits. And the Rangers are like, what are these powers? And their mentor guy's named Gosei, by the way, is a reference to Goseiger, the team they adapted. He's like, these are new powers that have never before been seen on Earth. That's it. That's how he explains it. And it's like, American fans are like, okay, that's weird, but I guess it's a cheeky reference to that's the one team we skipped. That's fun. Then later, they turn into even more of the 15 teams that we skipped in America. Like team number 5, team number 10, team number 12. We never got those in America. And they never address it. They just called them random names. Like they called the people from 5-Man the Supersonic mode. Or the people from like Jetman, fucking like bird mode or some shit. Never explain it. And we're like, what the fuck? Are they this lazy that they don't want to film new footage of American suits? Or that they're just using the Japanese footage and they don't want to care about it? Then came the part where fans were like, okay, they're doing this on purpose. There was a scene in one of the last episodes where each of the Rangers turned into a Ranger from the previous team. In the Japanese footage, it was all people from the older teams. In the American footage, they used that scene, but filmed it new in America because they wanted to replace the Red Ranger with Mighty Morphin Red. But still use the 4 suits from the Japanese-only teams. So there's a shot of fully American footage of 4 teams that have never existed in America. Why? This is an anniversary for... I understand some people being like, oh, this is a fun reference to Super Sentai. Like, this is a way for... This is a show for children. They don't give a fuck about Super Sentai. They're seeing suits they've never seen. Even if they've been fans for 20 years, they've never seen these suits. And it's not even the excuse of they're lazy and they're taking footage from Japan and just using it, even if it has the wrong guys. They filmed new footage with those suits that didn't exist in America. And people fucking threw this series into the fire. They're like, this is the worst shit I've ever seen. They butchered the story. Like, they're not pirates. They're just fighting an army of aliens. Like, they're not pirates in this version. They're just some teenagers with attitude, you know? Like, fighting off whatever. Their bonus guy from the previous team, the silver robot guy, he died in an episode that used footage from Goseiger during Gokaiger. They're like, oh wait, we forgot this footage. Let's throw it in here. And he died. Then they do the finale episode where all the Rangers come back, and he's just there again. Even though he died. And he's just, the Red Ranger's like, oh, it's good to see you again, Robot Knight. He's like, it's good to be back. That's it. No explanation as to how he's alive again. He's just there. It's mind-boggling. And the last little insult is that as this is happening, as these series are coming out, it's like the 20th anniversaries, fans are talking to them, and they're like, oh my god, this is cool, you're doing the 20th anniversary. Who are you going to bring back? Like, as fun things for the series. There were no plans to bring anybody back from previous seasons. During the Megaforce portion, not Super Megaforce, but Megaforce, there were 2 people who came back. One of which is because he was currently working on the show. He was a previous Red Ranger, but he was working on the show. He's like, I'll show up for an episode. And then another one was the guy from the Samurais, the previous team. So they're like, okay, they're convenient to get. That was it. For like 30 episodes. Nobody. And then finally, they contacted a bunch of Rangers, like maybe a couple months before they were going to shoot the finale. And they're like, because some of the Rangers have talked about this, they sent a generic email that was like, hello, previous Ranger. We would like you to join us for the 20th anniversary. Here is the flight you need to take to go to New Zealand to shoot this scene. And they were going to pay for basically them to go, and that's it. And they didn't even call them by name. They just said previous Ranger. Wild. So there were some Rangers that just refused. And in the end, they ended up having 10 Rangers from the past, plus Tommy. Because you got to have Tommy.
Yeah.
So they had him, and then 10 previous Rangers who, weirdly enough, were only Rangers from the Saban seasons. So the first 10, and then the last 2. How weird is that?
How about that shit?
Which is even weirder, because all the Disney seasons were filmed in New Zealand, and their actors lived in New Zealand. So they could have just asked them, and they could have driven to the set. No, we only want to reference the Saban seasons. Our seasons. And wild shit that they pulled. And then they just did the whole thing. And by the grand end of it, another silly fucking thing about it is that, like, the whole premise of the show is they could turn into every previous Ranger. They don't even do that within the show. People counted it, and they're like, there's a team they never turned into. And it was Lightspeed Rescue. Go 5. They never turned into Lightspeed Rescue once.
But wow.
Except for they had extra footage of the finale episode that they released later after it already aired of the final fight from Gokaiger, where they rapidly turn into one Ranger from every previous team. And they use a shot of the Blue Ranger from Go 5, which is like the rescue first, in that footage. That's it. That's the one time our American version turned into Lightspeed Rescue at all. Meanwhile, for whatever reason, Lost Galaxy, which is Gingaman, we shot a bunch of new footage of them anytime they turned into a team that we didn't have. So they like turned into Lightspeed Lost Galaxy like 5 times. And it's like, but there's teams they never turned into. They didn't even shoot the first scene of them in the Japanese version of them turning into one of the previous teams. They turn into the first team, Go Ranger, which makes sense. It's like, oh, fun Ranger. What did they do in the American version? Oh, they skipped that scene to the next scene, which happened to be Samurai. And it's like, oh, okay, that's fun. You didn't shoot a new scene of them turning into Mighty Morphin? Our first team? Why would you not? The one time they turned all into Mighty Morphin was from a scene in the Japanese show where they do that and then they get their ass beat. And it's like, why did you use that scene?
Oh, no.
That's the one time it happened and they got their ass beat. So people fucking despise this show in America. It is insane that we fucked up that hard.
Dude, the fact that we've been talking about this one
Sorry.
for so long, and dude, I feel every single part of your rant, and I'm enjoying it.
Yes. It is the exact opposite emotions I have for the ones we talked about before this, which was RPM. RPM, fantastic show where America did their own thing, and it was great. Super Megaforce, the laziest shit you've ever seen in your life. And it's just, fucking awful. Which, I've met all the castmates from this particular team. Because I've been to, at the cons. Because they con all the time. And all the actors from that team are the nicest people you've ever met. They're amazing. Great people. Red Ranger's a little... But like, they're all great people. But you watch the show, their acting is so robotic. It's so bad. There's a joke. Because they originally were Gosager, the team with the robot guy, right?
Yeah.
There's a joke in the fandom that the Red Ranger acted more like a robot than the actual robot. It's not even a joke. There's a scene in the show where the Pink Rangers or the Yellow Rangers going through an emotional thing, or maybe it was one of the guys. I don't know. And they're going to all the Rangers, and the Red Ranger's like the loner, and they're like, "I don't know how to deal with this sort of stuff. Can you help me?" And the Red Ranger straight up goes like, "I don't think about my emotions very much. You should ask one of the other guys." What? Hilarious.
Sorry if I
That sounds robotic. Just the way
Exactly. There's a scene where like him and the robot are arguing, and the robot sounds more human. And they also have a stupid, hilarious scene with a robot because he wasn't in the footage in Japan. Like, what do we do with the robot guy? And it's like, what if he went to a library to learn more about human culture and ran into a kid and he learned how to rap? And at the end of the episode, the robot.
No.
Yeah, it's very funny. It's very funny.
Why are you Americanizing the...
Anyway, so that's the history of Gokaiger and of Super Megaforce.
If you
Thought
about skipping all that, don't. But if you want to, I'll put a timestamp, I guess.
Right, the widest gulf between the quality of a Japanese version and an American version, with maybe one exception, which we haven't gotten to yet.
How many? Oh my god, we have so many teams left.
All right, don't worry, we'll go just a little bit faster for these next ones.
I'm loving this.
Oh my god!
I mean, this is the final episode of this whole thing, so go big or go home.
All right, so this next one.
Okay, let's see.
This is Shuriken Sentai
Oh,
Ninja,
these
which Shurikens. Yeah, I wonder what their theming is. But here you go. Shuriken Sentai Ninja.
They're turtles. Just kidding.
Oh, because they're ninjas.
That's right.
Okay.
Sorry, there's no orange one or purple one.
Okay, I love the gi style and the sashes. They work.
Oh, wait till you get to the bonus guy.
What in the Texas Star? I'm sorry, your mask makes you look like you're wearing a cowboy hat, so you're... Oh, and a star sword guitar? What the shit? Blaster?
Good.
Let me go back to the good designs.
Good designs. Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
Alright, so the fact that we have shuriken-like visors on these guys is kind of... Well, some of them.
They're shurikens.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all shurikens.
They are. It's been a while since I've seen
They're just
shuriken
different shapes.
but they are. Yeah. I like that the top of the shuriken is also like silver.
To make it still have a visor look. Where it's like the left and right of the shuriken,
They
with
all
eyes
have the
and the
same
bottom is the
kind
mouth.
of sword. I was kind of expecting them to have a different weapon for each one or something like that.
Nope.
Um,
A lot of shows they do have. We never talked about this, but a lot of shows they have like a team weapon where everybody on the team has the weapon, but then they all have their own individual weapon that they also use. They just never put it in the photo shots because they're like, we want them to look uniform.
I mean, it's clearly ninja garb. The pink thigh highs.
Well, if you notice, the White Ranger has that too.
Yes, you do. You're both girls.
Which,
Okay.
as far as I remember, other than one other team we talked about, I think this is one of the few teams where there's a pink and a white.
Yeah,
on the
we
same-
talked about
a
one
pink and
pink
white
and one
girl
white before,
on the same
yeah.
team.
So yeah, they're Kunoichi.
Kunoichi.
Kunoichi. They're
I'm thinking.
Kunoichi.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Kunoichi. Sorry, I really butchered that. Kunoichi.
All good.
Their garbs work. They really do. Thigh-high boots. It's a little extra girl, but their garbs don't make it look like it's a skirt or a dress per se. It looks like it's a shortened, garb. So, all right, Rojo's coming over.
Fun.
Everything.
We might have a bonus person for the very last few teams. How funny.
Wonder how this is gonna throw everything up. I like that they're all wearing black underneath their ninja garb. So it all fits thematically.
But then with the white boots.
Yeah, the white boots kind of throws it up a little bit, except for white, obviously. And then Texas Hold'em over here.
I don't know if you noticed, he doesn't have a sash.
No, but he still has the shuriken symbol on his...
Do you know what his sash is supposed to look like?
You're a poncho wearing mother... Ye fucking hog. Give it to him.
Alright, here you go. Ninja.
I'm sorry, what?
Ninja.
Okay.
Yes, I have to say it.
Yes. Slow that the ever-living hell down.
I think Japan was just like, well, we already did ninjas, and we did Ninja Sentai Kaku Ranger, and we did Hurricanes. Ninpu Sentai Hurricaneer.
Yeah.
And like, well, we did Ninja Ninpu. What do we do next? I don't know. Nin Ninja. And it was Shuriken Sentai Ninja.
Yeah.
So that's why they got the Shurikens on the face.
Yes.
How you feel?
Overall, it's okay. The fucking Wild West
Yeah, it's just like you get all these like
cowboys and ninjas.
ninjas, and then cowboy.
Like he came from America, like hee-haw, I'm gonna be a ninja.
I will bring up. I remember I mentioned this before for Kaku Ranger that the Black Ranger on that particular team, he's not dressed like that, but within the show,
He was from America.
He was from America, and they called him the American Ninja. When he first showed up, he was wearing a cowboy outfit.
I mean,
so I think when they were making this show, they're like, "What if we actually did an American Ninja?"
Okay, if that's the premise, then it works.
We'll get into it, but I think that maybe that was it.
Like, I like it, but it just fucking threw a damn softball at my face. Like, what the hell?
I mean, I think it's fun.
It's
be
fun.
like,
Do not get me wrong.
Also,
it just threw me the hell off.
Weirdly, his, like you said it, like they look like ninjas, and then the other guy just looks like a cowboy. Their suits are not too different.
Yeah, they're not
like
different.
The sash is essentially, instead of going all the way down, it goes down and
He's got a poncho, but he still has the logo.
And then he still has this. He has a star thing on his face, but it's a 5-pointed star to look like, you know, a fucking sheriff badge.
Yeah.
And then the points on it go up to make it look like a cowboy.
And he's got blue instead of black.
Blue instead of black, but like he still
does work
fits
weirdly.
with the theming. It's not like they took, like in Ghost Age with the robot guy. Sorry to keep harping on Ghost Knight, but like he doesn't fit with the theming.
Deserved.
Yeah, he doesn't fit with the theming. Whereas,
He
like,
does!
even though he's a cowboy, he fits with the
As
ninjas.
much as I'm like, it sounds like I'm ragging on this, I'm more impressed, really.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with this.
I do have a question because I want to throw my own 2 cents in this aesthetics because this is something that's always bothered me about this team. So they got the color, black accent, white boots, and then you got the White Ranger, who is white on white with the black accents, and then a pink accent over everything. And then the fact that she is a White Ranger with white boots when they all already have white boots, and then the pink accents. In my mind, I'm like, because I get it. All the other ones, their accents are white, so they can't use white on white. I don't know. It's always bothered me. It's always bothered me because it's like, if you already have a pink, why do you have to have another one with pink accents?
I get where you're going with. I mean, if it was yellow or something, or wait, we already have a yellow.
Yeah, we do.
I'm just saying, usually yellow.
No, the last color would normally be.
In this case, it would
either
be
green or black.
Yeah.
But there is actually apparently a movie where they introduced a bonus person who used to be a ninja. They're all like Japanese colors for the name, so it's like Aka Ninja and then Shiro Ninja. So they revealed Mido Ninja, who's the green one. So there is a green one, and she was a female. So there's one that shows up later like that, but for the main team, it's a pink one and a white one. But
the white one's probably my favorite because I love black and white, and I barely notice the pink.
I think it makes her boots work better.
It does.
I think it makes the boots on everyone else more jarring because they don't have white gloves. They have black gloves.
As someone who knows,
they have black gloves and white and colored gauntlets, but their boots are all white.
As someone who really likes ninjas in media, like blue and white, and the white ones are really fitting to me because you got the classic blue ninja, and then you've got the Joe Musashi white going on right next to him. So it's like, all right, I wish it was like a red accent instead of a pink one.
I guarantee it's because of Japan's whole stigma with every time we have a white female, they have to have a pink accent. And then in my mind, I'm like, okay, that's nice, but there's a pink ranger right over there. Why does this one have to have? I don't know. That's just my personal thought.
I get what you're going at, and it makes sense.
I just want to throw my 2 cents in for that.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, Ninja, where are we thinking they fit?
It's honestly a great design, and the more I look at the American one, the more I see American in them.
The cowboy?
Yeah. Look at his belt. It's a freaking gun holster.
Mm-hmm. It is great.
This is either bottom of S or high up in A for me, because I just love how this looks.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay. Where are we feeling?
But
Ooh, you have different thoughts.
no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you said but.
Well, I think saying but, I don't know where to put it or whatever.
We have a ninja team in S, but it doesn't mean we can't have another. I mean, this is a good-looking team, and the bonus
we've
guy...
now gone over the last ninja team.
Yeah, the bonus guy is a good-looking bonus guy. He fits the team.
He does. Very weirdly, even though he's a cowboy, and they're ninjas.
Yeah.
It just works.
He works.
He does.
He works as a bonus.
Yep.
I'm actually probably thinking about putting him above the original ninjas.
Ooh, really? Even though those guys are just straight up ninjas, no frills, no nothing, they're just ninjas.
Yeah.
Whereas these guys are they got a sash, they got the star on their face.
These are power, super ninjas. These are super Sentai ninjas. Okay. This is what you expect to see. While the other ones, straight up ninjas. These look not saying that I'm ragging on them. Those are the ninjas that you get from the freaking 50-cent coin dispenser things.
You're saying they look more Kaku Ranger looks more generic, whereas Ninja looks more like, oh, they're amped up a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
And again, the fact that the bonus guy actually works in
Even
this
though
situation-
he's completely a different
Yes.
theme.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's an American ninja,
Yep.
but you know what? Get her done!
Bruh.
All right. So
Also, 4th of July was a few days ago, so we're
that's
feeling patriotic still.
that's fair.
Ninja Cowboy!
All right. So Shuriken Sentai Ninja. This was the 2015 team, and this was team number 39. So right before the 40th anniversary. No peeking ahead.
I'm
I
sorry.
see you doing that.
Yeah,
Don't do that. Don't do that. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Oh.
So this was team number 39 in Japan. And I will go ahead and briefly go over the story.
Swear to God, Brisk makes me want to drink more and more Brisk as I drink it.
You and your iced tea. All right. Centuries ago, the ruthless feudal warlord Gengetsu Kiba-Oni was slain by the Igasaki ninja clan before discarding his humanity to become a yokai. In his first attempt to rise again, Kiba-Oni was defeated and sealed by Yoshitaka Igasaki, a man known as the last ninja. But 3 generations later, Kiba-Oni is unsealed by his retainer, Hyuemon Izayoi. As only members of Igasaki's bloodline can stop the rampaging yokai, Yoshitaka's son, Sumuji Igasaki, assembles the Nin Ninjas, composed of his children, Takaharu and Fuka, and their friends, Yakumo Kato, Nagi Matsuo, and Kasumi Momochi, to master their clan's Shuriken ninja arts and fight the Kiba-Oni army corps. The team is later joined by Kinji Takigawa, a yokai hunter from the United States, who becomes Yoshitaka's disciple after earning his trust. Also, according to their grandfather, one among them will be chosen to inherit the title of Last Ninja and become the guardian of the Igasaki family's ultimate treasure, the End Shuriken, which is also coveted by the Kiba-Oni Corps in their plan to revive their master and take over the world by fear. So
This sounds awesome!
it's a pretty fun premise, and their gimmick to separate them from the other ninjas is that like they're super flashy, and like even in their transformations, like after they transform, they like do a flip, and then they're like Aka Ninja or Ao Ninja, and all that stuff. Oh, by the way, the gold one, he's Star Ninja because an American star. And instead of doing a flip, he spins around and he strums on his guitar because it is a guitar.
I knew it!
It is a guitar. And that's their team. So they're the ninjas who do not hide. They're the flashy ninjas. That's their gimmick. And this also, weirdly enough, so it's the 39th team, but because of the weird way the release structure worked for the show, most of the time for the anniversaries, we count the team, not the year. So the year always lines up with the previous team. So this team, during the series, they had the actual anniversary date of the series for number 40. And it was the 2000th episode of Super Sentai.
Oh.
So, I don't know if this happened in the 2000th episode, but they had an episode where both the previous Ninja Red Rangers came back. So the Red Ranger from Kaku Ranger and the Red Ranger from Hurricane showed up, and they helped them to become better ninjas. And then at the very end of the episode, they're like, I think they're going to be fine. I think they're doing good. And then behind them walks up Aka Ranger, the very first Red Ranger, to be like, I think Super Sentai's in good hands. And it as a cheeky little reference to it's the 40th anniversary of the whole franchise. So they want the 40th anniversary.
I love that he just keeps coming back.
He does. He's only showed up a few times, but like every time he does, it's great.
Yeah.
Every time he does, it's great. But like so he even though it wasn't the 40th anniversary team, it was the 40th anniversary date, and it had the 2000th episode. So they're like, we got to do something fun for this. So they did that. Apparently, I don't know anything about the Japanese version, but people do not like this season in Japan. Like, a lot of people rag on Ninja, which is very funny because Kamen Rider, which we haven't talked about much, but like that's the other show that Toei does, where it's instead of a team of dudes in spandex, it's like one guy and a couple other guys in like armored suits that fight bad guys. Yeah, that ride bikes. So that's Kamen Rider, and they run alongside them.
Yeah.
So the Kamen Rider that was airing at the same time as Ninja was a series called Kamen Rider Ghost, which also was not very well received. So apparently for this particular year, which was 2015, was not a good year for Toei when it comes to tokusatsu. Meanwhile, the American version, this is Power Rangers Ninja Steel, which some of the stuff that they adapted for this I thought was interesting. In our version, it's like, well, they're all American anyway, so what do we do about the gold guy? He's a country singer. So that's why he dresses like a cowboy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's fun. That's a cheeky, fun thing. And then the thing that they didn't bring up in the description, but in the Japanese version, they talked about that every red was previous generations of ninjas. Later in the show, the powers get like split apart or something, or they all can become. So there's 3 reds, and they have different sashes. So like the main one has a black and red sash. His dad has a silver and red sash, and his dad, so the grandfather, has a gold and red slash. And then I think a future version of the ninja comes back, and he has a gold and black sash. So to show them all up. And so in the American version, they kept that little bit where at the very end of the show, they had the long lost father of the Red Ranger and secret Gold Ranger. So like the Gold Ranger was secretly his brother, long lost brother. The Red Ranger's power is split apart, and his dad gets a piece, and so he gets to wear the gold part suit. And then their mentor, who was like like a mechanic guy who's an alien, who's helping them through the show, he gets to be the guy who's the Red Ranger with the silver sash, and that's significant because that particular actor, his name is Kelson Henderson, famously had been in many Power Ranger seasons. He would always play a supporting character, and he just kept coming back in every show. Like in Power Rangers SPD, he was a guy who was a mechanic named Boom, and he really wanted to be a ranger. And there was even an episode where he wished he had a dream where he was the Orange Ranger. And it never existed, so it was just a fun little thing. In another season, he was a guy who was like one of the minions of the bad guy named Nord, and he's an abominable snowman, so he's got a silly voice. So he kept coming back in all these shows. And so he came back for this show, and I think when they realized that they're like, oh, there's multiple Reds who show up later, they're like, you know who deserves to be a Red? The guy who keeps showing up in our shows. Here you go, you get to be a Red. And I'm like, that's cool.
That is actually pretty cool.
And I'm like, that's super cool. So
that's good attention to detail.
Again, not
also
a super well received season because this was the team. After Megaforce was Dino Charge, and then after that was Ninja Steel. Dino Charge was well received. Ninja Steel, not as much. It was more sort of like people were like, oh, it's kind of childish. The theming is not really there. Like they're ninjas, but they treat their powers more like they're superpowers as opposed to they're ninjas. You know, they're just kids in high school who have ninja powers or something. So not super well received, but like there's some fun bits about it. But yeah, that's Ninja.
That's pretty cool. And before we move on to the next team, I do want to address something. Like we talk about 3 different ninja-themed Rangers.
Yes.
And we've spoken now highly of 2 of them, but the other one, not as much. So
Well, I think we spoke pretty good about Hurricane, if I remember correctly. We just thought
we said that they were more Hollywood-like themed ninjas.
Yeah.
And while this one, you could also see it. This looks more like a Super Sentai Ranger ninja. I just wanted to address this. Like the reason why we're putting this like up in S while the other one was wherever we put that.
We put it at the top of C.
Okay, yeah, top of C, pretty low. But you know what? It's just this whole team just absolutely works. It looks like again, Super Sentai themed ninjas as opposed to being just solid ninja or Hollywoodized ninja that is supposed to be a Super Sentai.
I see.
You know what I mean?
So, and then I think another thing you guys talked about was that I know Brian in particular complained that the green bonus guy in Hurricane, he's super short, which I think that was just the suit they picked. I since looked back into it. I forgot one of the gimmicks of Hurricane for the green guy is it's not one specific guy who becomes the green guy. He like possesses people, and then that person turns into the green guy because he's like a mythical ancient warrior or some shit. And I think in one of the episodes or movies or something, it was Kid who turned into the green guy. So maybe that's why they cast it. They put a small suit for that one.
I'll never diss a suit because of like someone's height. Like,
no. I remembered that was a point, and I remembered that detail. And then I think you guys were also like a little hung up on the fact that it's like, oh, they all look completely different from each other. Like the 3 on the right look the same, and then the 2 on the left look the same, and the guy.
Oh yeah, because it was like different. 2 different schools.
Yeah, 2 different ninja schools.
So drastic.
Who work together, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to like explain like why we put this one above the original ninjas, and then absolutely above the like the C tier ones. And apparently Rojo's here. So
we might have a bonus guy for these last couple.
Yeah, these last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've only done 4? Jesus, this has been over an hour, I think!
Sorry, we talked about Gokaiger. I apologize. We talked about Gokaiger and Go-Hunter. We had to talk about
a Nick rant.
Yeah, a little bit. I kind of ranted a bit, but I thought
you know what? You deserve it. It's okay. I mean, we're going to like 5 episodes of this now, and we're going to... It's all good, so let's move on to what looks like the frickin' Transformers.
Get ready for this. So this is Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger, which translates to Mecha World Sentai.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say, these look like...
Got your first look at it. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is great.
You get?
What is up, Rojo? We are recording right
this
now.
Motherfucker came back. Oh, no, I'm talking about Rojo. I'm talking about the...
Yeah, so Rojo, in case you weren't...
we got a Los Angeles Dodgers shirt, and then we got an Angels Mickey Mouse shirt going on right here.
We might have an actual fight show up here.
Red versus blue.
So Rojo, to get you up to speed.
Like Giants, though.
To get you up to speed, we're currently going through every Super Sentai team and ranking their suits, and we're 6 away from finishing. So we thought we're going to continue going. But if you have any thoughts on any of these, let us know.
I have never seen this scene.
Perfect. So you're completely unbiased.
I'm just here for the vibes.
Yep.
Obviously, these are all toys. And secondly, these are all toys of things that we have looked at already. These look like Megazords as a team. And it looks like Captain Rainbow from Season 2 has kind of given a fashion advice to the Red Ranger of Season 1.
I know.
And looks like my golden girl, my yellow girl from the last Pirate season got a golden upgrade.
That's a guy. I'll let you know that.
I know it's a guy, but I'm just saying.
Just letting you know.
When I see gold, I think of yellow, and I think of the.
Oh no, that's fair. That's fair.
All right, so
here, go ahead, Brian. You're gonna have a field day with these ones, I guarantee it. So this is Zenkaiger.
The fuck? These look like toys. They look like toys.
There's a reason, and I'll explain it.
Pink looks stupid. Gold looks normal. Pink looks stupid. Blue really looks like a fucking toy.
Pretty sure these are toys, Brian.
Fucking the white one looks like what was the?
He looks like the original Red Ranger and the Captain Rainbow guy fused together.
Big one from Jekka, the playing cards one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looks like that goofy ass. Fucking Megazord looking ass. Fucking red toy looking ass. Yellow fucking toy looking ass. Motherfucking looking ass.
So what do we think?
I am not putting these in GTFO. I am not putting them in.
I was gonna say, what do you think?
Fucking Pink has a fucking goofy ass helmet looking ass.
I'll let you know too. I don't know if you can see it in the image.
Transformers looking ass.
Right. I don't know if you can see it in the image.
Only normal looking one looking ass.
The bonus guy. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure these are Megazords, with the exception of the gold guy.
Yeah. If you zoom, you might be able to see it if you zoom in on their heads. There's numbers on their heads.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm just saying in case you want to try and figure out what's going on with them before I.
This is 2020. I'm calling it.
But I can tell you, right now, they look like fucking toys.
They're toys.
Supposed to be fucking people. The only one that look like people are the fucking white one, looks goofy as fuck, and the gold, but she's probably the best looking one.
All right.
The rest of them look fucking stupid.
I mean, I will say, the previous time you saw someone who looked similar to Gold, you put them at the top of S tier, so that's fair.
I mean, that one looks pretty cool.
Alright.
The rest of them Pink looks fucking ugly.
Alright, so what are we thinking for Zenkaiger?
I know he's not going to let me put this in S because...
No! No!
I will accept C and no lower.
The fuck?
Because this is too damn hilarious.
They look like toys.
And I think they are toys, dude.
You have to remember, this is also a children's show.
Look.
Oh yeah, Rojo, go
toys?
ahead. You can swipe left and right to see what the other ones look like.
They look like toys.
We now have a third.
They literally look like action figures.
Except the gold one. The gold one looks normal.
Yeah.
I guarantee you these are the Megazord suits.
No, this is a
If
Transformers. Fucking
I will tell you.
Power Rangers in disguise.
I will tell you ahead of time. They're standing next to a regular human guy. They are human sized. Those are not Megazord sized suits.
Those are regular sized.
Those are human sized people.
That look like toys.
I guarantee you is supposed to be the freaking. It looks like the original Red Ranger, plus with aspects of the white rainbow
And if you
guy.
don't want to
from
put him
season
in, and get the fuck out, you can put him at the bottom of D.
two. Alright, I'll do it.
Damn. All right.
Fucking toy-looking ass. Fucking
All right.
Transformers, Power Rangers in size.
I knew this was the other team that when I saw ahead of time, I'm like, oh, they're gonna put this shit in GTFO.
I refuse to put it in GTFO.
That's fair. All right. So Zen Kaiser.
This is fun. This looks fun.
So Zen Kaiser
Doesn't make sense.
was the 2021 team.
Damn it.
March 2021. So I'll let you know ahead of time. Yes, this was the team.
Oh.
Remember, they come out early in the year, so the actual 2020 team was filmed
Yes,
in
that's right.
2019.
We've already talked about 2020, I think.
This
Yes.
was the team that
That
was
was
filmed
filmed
during
during
COVID, which is part of the reason why they decided to go with 4 robots and only 1 main guy. And then a bonus guy who shows up later. So this was Team 45. This was the next anniversary team.
And it looks
Which-
like it.
which
Because
I'll
we
now
got
get
a
into.
pirate, we've got the original Red Ranger.
Here we go. Here we go. All right. One.
Can I please read this one? I know it's usually your bit, but
I'm reading it.
Yeah, it's
My bit. It's my. You guys get to argue for like 5 minutes, and then I don't get to say nothing.
I don't mean to steal your shit. I don't mean to steal your shit.
Dumb as hell. He looked dumb
right.
as hell.
1 month ago, a strange phenomenon suddenly fused the human world with the parallel world of Kikaitopia, who had previously conquered and sealed off various universes, including those of the previous 44 Super Sentai. So in this show, the other Super Sentais exist in different universes, but one universe took over the other ones. So that's how they explain the anniversary in this team. Anyways, despite this, humans and Kikanoids quickly get along and live peacefully together. In the present, however, their lives are threatened by Kikaitopia's evil rulers, the Tozinten dynasty, who seek to conquer all parallel worlds. To face this new threat, a brave and energetic young man named Kaito Goshikida inherits the powers of all previous Super Sentai. Transforming into Zen Kaiser, he's the White Ranger, he joins forces with the Kikanoids Juran, the red one, Gaon, the yellow one, Majin, the pink one, and Varun, the blue one, to save the multiverse from Tozi Tend and find Kaito's missing parents.
Sounds like Vroom.
Yep,
Looks like a
yep,
fucking
yep,
car.
yep. And find Kaito's missing parents as the Zen Kaijers. The conflict later intensifies with the arrival of the World Pirates, led by Zox Gold Sukir, who can transform into 2 Kaiser. The World Pirates oppose Tozi Tend in pursuit of their own objectives and occasionally ally with the Zen Kaijers for the sake of it. So, if you couldn't tell from their suits, they are 1000% we're going to reference the previous teams.
Exactly.
So, you really can't see it in this image. At the top of each of their heads is a number. It is the number of the team that either they are or they're representing. So the white guy, Zen Kaiser, he has a 45 because he's the 45th. But he is referencing in his design, as you thought, Aka Ranger and Big One, the first 2 leaders of the first 2 teams. He's basically a fusion of the 2. Now, I'll go in a different order for this because I think it'll be more fun. This guy, the yellow one,
Yeah, tell me about Bumblebee.
he's Gaon, which is a reference to Gao Ranger, the 25th anniversary team. And he's supposed to, his helmet especially, he looks like the main mech from that team, Gao King.
Yeah.
So he's got the number 25 on his head. The pink one, Majini, she's supposed to look like the mech from Magi Ranger, which was team number 29. Varun, which I don't agree with his name. I feel like his name should have been... Varun, yes. He's a reference to Bokenger, the 30th anniversary team. He's got a big 30 on his head. He's supposed to look like their mech. And then, of course, the red, Juron, he's a reference to Zhu Ranger's mech, which was our Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Megazord. Or in their version, Daijujin. So Juron, Daijujin.
Yeah, he looks familiar.
Meanwhile, the gold who shows later, he has 35 on his head, because he literally, within the show, stole the designs of the Gokaiju suits and made his own suit. Because the Gokaijus didn't have a gold, they had a silver.
Yep.
So he stole their designs. So that's their whole gimmick. And fun fact, you're like, well, what do they look like when they're not the mechs? They just like they turn into these, like they still morph into these.
That's fantastic.
And before that, they just look like regular people in regular clothes, but with robot heads.
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
like robot heads, robot feet, and robot hands, but like they're wearing like regular human clothes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and they're direct references to each of those previous mechs.
Yeah, clearly the season that was made in COVID.
Let me see if I can pull up.
Still, I think looks
No, they don't.
impressive.
No, it doesn't.
You shut your face.
No, it doesn't. They look
Let's see
like
if I can
toys.
find an image.
They don't look like people. They look
Because
like
I'm
toys.
like also trying to picture how this show looks, like moving and everything.
Stupid. They look like toys. If I figure that if I didn't know any better, it looked like CGI for the whole damn
Trying
thing.
to find.
No, that was I keep wanting to
Which
speak
also
The
looks
pheasant.
stupid as hell. Like they're the ones that look worse than the fucking face mask, fucking what is it, wheel helmet little fuckheads.
Nah, I think this is better than that.
No.
Because this is a cool concept.
No.
And I'm starting to realize that we have a lot of anniversary ones on this episode. Did you map that out?
I didn't actually. It just happened on that. So here's a shot from. It's kind of far away to see. Oh, here we go. So there is an episode where the bad guy summons the mechs of the teams that they are directly
looks cool
referencing,
in an actual
and they have a fight
screenshot.
with them. So this is each of the previous mechs they're referencing, and they're having a fight with them.
It actually looks
Which
cool.
they're,
in
by
a
the way,
scene.
the mech rangers, they do grow big to become the actual mechs of the
Oh,
show.
They alternate.
And the white rangers, so what they do is they split and they fold up in half, and two of them will fuse together. So you'll have red and yellow, and then blue and pink as two different mechs. So they literally just combine to make a mech. And then at the end of the show, they have a big fuck off mech that's all four of them put together with another fifth thing in the middle, and it's giant and huge and stupid looking. But like, yeah, so they're supposed to be just, they look like the mechs. And
it looks good in this actual show screenshot.
yeah. And the reason they picked those particular ones too, for the way they were, is that it's very hard to tell in the particular images I'm pulling up. Where did that shot go? There we go. The heads of each of the mechs are the color that they are. So for Mighty Morphin, the Red Ranger head, or for Mighty Morphin's Power Ranger Megazord, it has a red head, so he's the Red Ranger. For Gao King, or our version of Wild Force, yellow's crest. Pink only counts because the pink mech from Magi Ranger has the hat. So even though the hat's not pink colored, they chose it for
way
pink.
better than the picture that
And then that's the Blue Ranger's mech as the little helmet for Bulkinger. Which
these
is
are way more detailed.
Which by the way, Bulkinger is the name of the team that Varun's a reference for. So they're all supposed to be names that's reference to the team. So it's Zhuran for Zhu Ranger, Gaon for Gao Ranger. It should have been Boken or Boken or something, but they call him Varun.
That is weird.
They're also, the reason they picked those four teams is their references to the most popular theming that they have. So dinosaurs, animals, magic, and vehicles.
It works.
Yep, and then
I feel it works.
And then the White Ranger is like the generic, like this is just what a Super Sentai guy looks like.
Yeah.
And then the Gold Ranger's pirates because that was the previous anime.
Yeah.
So they're like, this is fun. But yeah, that's them, and they're the COVID team, which is why they don't have as many people.
Did you save all the saves?
But yeah.
I'll send you Raya.
That was that was Zenkaiger. We never got this one in America because this was one that
Hold on 1 second.
we skipped.
These guys are.
What's the fun little conversation you guys are having?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
I can't cut you guys your conversation out of the mic.
You guys are like on 20 minutes on the same little picture.
Dude, we were on 40 minutes, I feel like, or one other one.
That was his fault.
Yeah, I kind of went on a rant. There was a particular team that was like super amazing in Japan, but when we brought it to America, it was fucking garbage, and I just had to talk about it. Yeah,
He
but
wanted to let it get off his chest.
I did.
Oh,
I
you
did.
have no
I literally did. It's so good. Anyway, so that's Zenkaiger, which we put at the bottom of D, which fair enough.
I feel like it could have been higher.
I
but
love.
No. You look at it in the lower.
Yeah, right. So I love
If anything,
this next
just
team.
because of the fact that just the mechs itself look cool, but the fucking the design of it as a team is stupid as fuck. It would have probably been at the top of GTFO.
All right. Okay, so this is Tokuso Sentai Deca Ranger, or Special Police Sentai.
Oh, is this
Deca Ranger.
SPD maybe?
Good catch.
Okay.
Special Police Deca Ranger.
But you didn't see any of
SPD.
this.
Alright.
Well, I mean, I seen the original.
Okay.
You mean the American version?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't.
I think I have the video game of
I'm
these guys.
not qualified for this.
None. They aren't either. They're just like talking about. Literally, what I'm doing is I'm handing them a close-up picture of the suits. They're looking
We
at
are
it and they're
literally
like,
doing this blind and saying whether we think it looks like good or crap.
"Yep." And that's why we have some very funny results. By the looks.
By looks, and then he gives us the information.
And then I explain the
after.
show to make it very funny. So hilariously, I don't know if you can see in the picture, the two first ones at the very, very bottom tier, that's the third team ever and the first team ever. And they put them at the very bottom.
You put OG?
Not
Japan.
American OG,
Oh.
Japan OG. We have not gotten to American OG yet.
I saved that for last.
He did, because he knew that
That
was going to be
is the one that we
Yeah.
talk about the most. So, okay, so
Decorating.
as far as the
One of these
suit,
suits with their face helmets look like wheels.
Yep, that's the one that's second to last on the chart. Literally, they're. I'll show it to you if I get a
So-
chance. But they literally put think of a tire,
Yeah.
and think of the rims of the tire. They color the rims, the color of the Ranger, and they put it on their face. So it's because they're car themed. So they're like,
okay.
let's put tires on their face.
Oh, it's hard to-
And then Brian's complaint is like, they can't see out of that shit.
Roho, you're literally gonna have to wait 1 week until that episode goes up.
Yeah, that episode goes up in a week. Anyway, sorry.
So,
continue with decorating.
design-wise, this is very interesting. So they go back to the roots of saying, like, okay, number 1, number 2, number 3, but they
Yep.
do it in an interesting
numbered.
way on the torso and the arms,
Yep.
showing the number. So that works. Both women don't have skirts for
Yep.
once.
Yep.
It's been a while. You can see the boots are different, so like they're probably like rubber or something like that. But the helmets, okay, so we got silver on the face, but you don't see like details of like lips or anything like that.
Yep.
That's always a bonus. And their visors look more like their car windshield, kind of almost in a way.
Oh, you found a picture?
But you also see like what looks like car.
Yeah, how the fuck can they see that? There's no way.
That's what I said.
How did you find that, by the way? Did you remember the name of the team, or
Fuck though.
you
just
typed in car face?
I think you just typed in car face, like real-faced Power Rangers.
Like, look like tire. You can't see
Yeah.
shit. Bullshit.
Anyways,
This is a great little addendum to this episode, by the way.
Anyways, it looks like on their foreheads they have like what would be like the car emblem or something like that.
Okay.
And then their bonus guy,
Do you notice? So he doesn't have a number on his chest, or does he?
he has a V, which is
a V.
a V and a 1, which is a 6.
There you go.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, Roman numeral.
And he's got a bit of an M thing going on for his visor.
Yep.
I want to be a Ferrari, but not be a Ferrari. They also have looks like name badges on their like
It
chest
says
and everything.
SPD.
Okay, yeah.
They're
So-
special police decorator.
So yeah, they got a pistol, they've got a beaten stick.
Beans. I mean, they are the special police, so I mean.
Eating stick?
Here, why don't you give it a look?
Yeah, go ahead. Look at the. These are
This is fun. This is a fun team. I feel
These are
like.
the Decorangers.
This is like a
or
uniform
special
team.
police Decoranger, which I only refer to their full name because literally within the show they talk about the full name.
Why does their helmets make it look like they're mad?
Only a couple. Like, look at Blue. In
Yeah, I know.
comparison. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
It's because of the angle.
Yeah, but-
that's what kind
So
of.
all the teams, they have like each helmet is slightly different. So for this one, they're like, how do we make it different? It's like, what if the angles were different between the visor and the faceplate?
Like Whiteley just pissed.
Well, that's because he has.
They
he
kinda
has
give
the
it
angry
Shadow
on
the
top
Hedgehog
and the
eyes.
on the
Yeah,
bottom.
like he looks mad.
Someone,
Red also looks mad.
someone
hung
shot
up
this
on that.
cereal this morning.
Blue looks mad. Yellow looks kind of mad. Pink doesn't look mad at all, neither green. Like red,
It's kinda hard to make
white,
pink look mad.
Yellow and blue look pissed off. Like they hate life right now and they just want to beat up everybody that they see.
As opposed to that one team that had lines on their faces where we knew they just hated life to fight in.
Because they can't see.
So this team, yeah, like
They can see, but some of
they
them
look
look
good.
pissed, except for Blue.
Yeah,
they just look
except for
pissed.
Blue. Blue looks happy.
No, Blue looks kind of mad.
Yellow was
He's got the
mellow.
upturned one though, right?
Yellow was mellow.
Am I thinking of Blue? Yeah, it's Blue. Blue's the one where the
I
visor
want to
goes.
say only like green.
I can't
and-
tell crap from
and-
the small image.
No, I know.
and pink, probably the only ones that don't look like.
Pissed.
Yeah, like yellow looks sassy as shit.
Unless it's Kid Buu, it's kind of hard to make anything in pink look mad.
I guess that's fair.
Like pink just looks sassy as shit.
Yeah, sassy.
And
even angry Kirby looks a little.
Green just looks like he's like just there and kind of like
Well, because he has the flat one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
so.
someone always gets stuck with like the rectangle.
But yeah,
the
red,
flat shape. Or,
red, he mad.
He mad.
White, he really mad. Yellow look kind of like he's like on the cusp of like. Still
They're
mad,
a little mellow,
still mad, but not as mad. And blue just also just like in that in between of like I'm like pissed to like I'm okay.
All right.
Well, what do you think about the?
Yeah, what do you think about the rest of the suit? So like, what about
everything else looks fine? Look fine. Is it that
you like the numbers on the chest and arm?
Yeah, it looks neat.
You like their beaten sticks?
I mean, they are cops.
They're batons, I know. But.
See, I was trying to avoid also saying something completely racist.
Well, I mean, if you notice, the white one doesn't have a beat.
I don't mean
So
that one is really fucking mad. Like,
Can I see the white one again real quick? Is his visor red? He's got a little red in there. Yeah.
No, they're all black. If you're saying it's
No, I'm saying like with the outline.
Oh, no, I think it's gold on top.
No,
He's got gold
he's
as an
the
accent.
most pissed off looking one.
He looks like they had to take away his beating stick.
Jesus Christ. Alright, so where are we putting Decorator?
I say this is a good B, in my opinion.
And if you feel like it,
Maybe
Rojo,
A.
here, you can take a look at it. If
If not at the bottom of A, then
Don't
probably a
look
good
mad.
B.
Dude, number 2 looks pissed.
you can swipe along to see the other one.
Look at white. Look at white.
Oh no, he's So why is really mad? Why is he that mad?
I said
You know what? Rojo, what if he's the bad guy?
That's why he doesn't have a beat stick.
Oh no! He is the beating stick!
Jesus. Anyway, so where are we putting Decorator?
Either at the bottom of A or somewhere in B, I feel like.
You could put him in B.
Okay. Where in B? We got let me see, we got Turbo Ranger, Denziman, Time Ranger, Car Ranger, what else? Flashman, Geki Ranger, Magi Ranger, O Ranger, and Bio Ranger. Or Bioman.
Right there.
Yeah,
Between
that's
Car
fair.
Ranger and Flashman? Okay.
Right there.
Very funny. You also put them next to a team that doesn't have skirts. The Flashmen don't have skirts, but the females, they have leotards. Anyways, so we got Deco Ranger. So this was the 2004 team, and this was the 28th Sentai.
Okay, so
right-
not an
right-
anniversary, but
no anniversary.
almost there.
This is the shortest description yet. Okay.
They're cops who lost their beating
This
sticks.
is wild.
Only white did.
Way too short, but alright, this is what they wrote down. Welcome to Megalopolis, once a peaceful Earth city. It's now a haven for criminals, aided by the nefarious alienizer arms dealer, Agent Umbrella. Now it's up to Bon Akaza and the Special Police Deco-Rangers to protect the Earth from the evading alienizers and finally bring peace and justice back to the planet.
And then they called Leon and tried to get
That is
some
the
help from a
shortest fucking description I've ever heard.
Alright.
So, Deco Ranger, this was, in America, was Power Rangers SPD, which
Which
I
I
think
have a video
they
game
were
of,
kind of
actually.
stuck with that name because literally on their chest it says
Says
SPD.
SPD.
But in America it stands for Space Patrol Delta instead of Special Police Deco Ranger. So, different in that capacity.
Space cops with beating sticks.
Basically. But I really dig the designs for this particular team, and they have one of my favorite mechs in this particular team because it's a... when it combines, it literally looks like a mech cop. Like, and it has flashing lights and shit. Like, it literally... Like, and it has a
That
big
is
gun.
pretty cool looking.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
I dig their mech for this particular team. For that.
look good.
Yeah, but
If Voltron was a cop, that's what he would look like?
yeah, this was also a very well written American adaptation because it was during.
Bro. I hate that like now they had to remaking and now I have to deal with it.
What are you guys talking about over there?
Anyways, so yeah, Deco Ranger was a very well produced American season because they got a director who I think only ever did this show, and he was like, "Well, it's a story about cops. I want to be very interesting." I don't know very much about the Japanese version at all, but I know for the American version. At first, it was just the blue, the green, and the pink, The Blue Ranger's like, the white, I'm the best cop, I can't wait to be the Red Ranger because it's a ranking system, but he's the blue. Or no, he's a cadet at the time, and he wants to be the Red Ranger really bad because his father was a previous Red Ranger. Okay, guy.
Oh, okay.
Chill. Nepotism. The green guy is like, I'm just doing my job.
We say the White Ranger wanted to be that?
No, the Blue Ranger, who's a white guy, who wanted to be that. This is in the American version. I don't know much about the Japanese version. And then the Pink Ranger's like a blonde chick who's like super into like fashion and like kind of pompous about herself.
Stereotypes.
So those were the 3 cadets, and they go on like a mission to like try and stop these thugs who are hooligans. It's like an African American dude and a white chick who are like stealing stuff, and they have powers. And then it turns out that the other 3 they also have powers that only they have. They each have a specific power. I'm getting there.
Leaning
I'm getting there.
Leaning in.
Don't worry, I'm getting there. So they're all like trying to be cadets and stuff. They arrest those 2 thugs who were like robbing and stealing. And it's like turns out they were doing it for a good cause because they're like trying to feed hungry families and stuff. Okay, so
Brian's leaning even more.
The commissioner is like, all right, I'm gonna make you guys Rangers, right? And he talks to the cadet who eventually becomes the Blue Ranger, and he's like, I have a question. If I made Sid, the one white girl on the team with blonde hair, if I made her the Red Ranger, would you listen to her? And he straight up says, she's a girl. Why would I listen to her? And he's like, all right. And so he puts them on, he sends them to their first mission. They don't have their colors yet, and they have to morph for the first time. And, they also talk to the chick who they arrested, and they're like, look, I'll let you guys out, both you guys, if you become Rangers. And they're like, the yellow's like, all right, I'll get out, he'll be a Ranger, sure. And the other guy's like, I don't know if I want to do that. So they go on their first mission, the 4 of them, and they all morph. And the guy who really wants to be the Red Ranger ends up being the Blue Ranger. What? What do you mean I'm the Blue Ranger? And then, much later, when they're getting their asses beat, who should show up but the other guy who was a thug that they arrested, the African-American dude, and he's the Red Ranger. And so part of the plot within the show of this season is the Blue Ranger learning to respect the Red Ranger.
You guys have no idea how much I wish we had a vid cam on right now. Brian is leaning in so hard on Nick, he's actually on top of him. Like, are you serious, bro? Are you serious?
By the way, I don't mean to send any offense whatsoever to the fact that he's African American. I just feel like part of the plot of the show is trying to be subtle of like, hey, we can't directly address any race issues in a police show, but we're still gonna do this.
Wasn't this one of the Disney ones too?
Yes, it was.
That's hilarious.
And so they made the Red Ranger African American, they made the Blue Ranger a white dude who really wanted to be the Red Ranger. And he has to learn to respect him, whereas the Red Ranger has to learn to respect his job as he's essentially a policeman. And he's like a lazy dude. He's like, I'm in charge, why should I give a fuck? And he's like, and then they both learn to be better Rangers by the end. And at the very, very end of the show, they all learn respect of their jobs, and the commander asks the Blue again. He says, if I make the chick who's the Pink Ranger the Red Ranger, would you be okay with that, and would you respect her? And he's like, of course I would, sir. And he's like, all right, well, I'm letting you know, our current Red Ranger, he doesn't want to be, he doesn't want to be a Ranger anymore. He wants to work in like a homeless shelter and like help people who are in need that way. So you're the Red Ranger now. And he finally gets to be the Red Ranger at the end of the show. So yeah.
But I love that throughout this whole time, he's looking at me.
Yeah.
Because he just
because Brian is literally on my shoulder staring me
See, this show sounds really bad.
No, okay. But it never addressed any of it directly like that. I just felt that I needed to say it.
The
implications.
It's really bad, Nick.
We got Al Woods as the Pink Ranger, basically.
Hey, hold on. The fact what about that White Ranger, though?
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
What about the White Ranger?
I forgot about the White Ranger. So, weird thing about that character. During one of their episodes, they're, like, helping this kid who's, like, the monsters are after him, whatever, and, like, they help him and they save his day. They find out that the kid's name is Sam, and he's like, when I grew up, I want to help you guys in the crew. Who should show up from the future in a later episode than the White Ranger, who,
is the kid?
Who's called the Omega Ranger. Turns out he's the kid from the future. But the weirdest shit, and this is the weirdest story, they did not have the budget left in the show because they spent a lot of money on like alien prosthetics and stuff to make it look more like, oh, it's in the future. Because it took place the show came out in 2005. Took place in 2025.
Oh!
The future.
A year ago.
Yes.
Good to know.
Yes.
Good to know.
So they were like, we gotta have aliens and stuff. Like their commander is an alien dog named Doggy Kruger.
I I'm sorry.
That is not a joke.
This makes me happy.
Yes, I'll show you an image of him later. He's great. But like, so they help this kid, and later he comes back from the past and becomes and he's the ranger, and they explain like, oh, because I've come from the future, I can't stabilize in a human form. So when he demorphs, he's literally a floating ball of light because they could not afford another actor. Yeah, it's really bad.
Disney.
Yeah, it was really dumb. It was really dumb. And
I now need to play this video game because I saved that for you for the show when I got it like 2 years ago before you decided you were finally going to be on it. And like,
so here, this is, by the way, so I'm going to show you both because it's great. Oh, here's a perfect picture of all of them. Or, no, not that. Here we go. So this is the two different versions. The guy on the right, that's their commander. Yeah, the guy on the right, that's Doggy Kruger from Japan. The guy on the left is Doggy Kruger from America. It is in the American version, it is a fully prosthetic head that, like, it moves and animates and, like,
know what?
emotes.
Nice.
Very cool. And meanwhile, in the Japanese version, it's clearly just a puppet. Like, it's still a dude in a suit, but, like, the head is a puppet.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, to show that, like, they're aliens in the future. Oh, and just because I love his suit, he eventually, the commander, gets to be a ranger, and he becomes the Shadow Ranger in America. In Japan, he's called Deca Master, because it's like Deca Red, Deca Blue, Deca blah, blah, blah.
I might be thinking of a different one, but Anubis or something like that. But
his actual name in America is Anubis Kruger, but his nickname is Doggy.
So it is him.
So this is the Shadow Ranger suit.
That is
fucking
sick.
Dope fucking
That
suit.
is dope.
Which is so funny because for the morph, the dog morphs into this, and they do not explain how his head fits in the helmet because he has a snout because he's a dog.
Yeah.
it just appears on his face, and it's just no explanation. In both the Japanese and American version, they don't explain.
Huh. That's a little weird.
But yeah, fantastic show. I'm definitely dumbing down the plot for SPD a little bit. I just thought like that is an interesting take they took with the start of it, where they're like, here's a guy who's like worked his whole life to be a Red Ranger, but he's kind of a dick. So the commander doesn't let him be the Red Ranger. Meanwhile, you have like a thug with a heart of gold, he's like a thief. Maybe a thug is a bad word for it. A thief with a heart of gold.
You think so?
Yeah, probably. A thief with a heart of gold that becomes the actual Red Ranger, and then they both have to learn from each other, whereas like the blue has to learn to be more respectful and be more like actually understanding of other people and caring about leadership, whereas the red has to learn to be like, yeah, you may have got off going to jail for being a thief, but now you got to learn how to be like an actual leader, you know? And they both learn from each other. And there is even an episode much later where I don't think this even happens in the Japanese version, where one of the villains of the day is a guy who escaped prison. It was the guy who killed the Blue Ranger's dad. Oh. And they confront him, they have to deal with him, and the Red Ranger is like, here, you take it. And gives him the Red Ranger morpher so that he can beat him as a Red Ranger and they don't kill them, by the way. They use their morpher, and it's like a judgment morpher, and it like scans them and judges if they're innocent or guilty. And then when they beat them, they get trapped in like a card.
That was the toy gimmick and everything.
Yeah, they get trapped in a car.
Yeah.
So like he doesn't kill him, but he's like, now that I'm I'll be the Red Ranger for this one fight to get revenge and not redeem. It's another word for it. Like in respect for my father who died. You know, I'm like, oh, that's cool.
You know what's funny is that the entire time you were explaining that whole synopsis of the show, I could only imagine that Jesus meme where like Jesus was like this,
just looking,
coming right from behind me.
Yeah.
Again,
that's essentially what you were doing.
I probably did not explain it very like appropriately at first, but like it's a very good show. I really like it. It's probably one of my.
I think you probably explained it the best that Disney would freaking.
Yeah, no, Disney kind of let them do what they wanted for a while. Like we talked about Dino Thunder, that was a Disney show. Ninja Storm is a Disney show. People really like that one. People have mixed opinions on Operation Overdrive and Mystic Force. But then people really like SPD. People like RPM. I forget
how many shows they actually did.
I believe it was 7.5 because they did the second half of Wild Force before they moved to New Zealand. And then they did Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder,
I always thought they did like 3
SPD,
or something like that.
Mystic Force, Operation Overdrive, Jungle Fury, and RPM. So yeah, 7.5.
Nah, bro, it killed me.
Yeah.
Dude, that hot sauce is actually pretty good.
I'm only brown on the outside.
Dude, I can't handle spicy stuff. That sauce is actually pretty good.
I can't handle spicy.
Sorry, we're talking about this hot sauce that Brian's been like showing us all night. It's called like pink donut or something like that.
Strawberry donut.
That's it. Anyways, next team.
Yes, give me a second.
Wait. I think I know who these are. At least from the yellow.
Shit, hang on. Okay.
It's not spicy here. You can put it in.
Oh boy, this is going to be a fun one to talk about.
Not gonna
As
kill
soon
me?
as it
No,
loads on my end, so you can look at the pictures better, because I want you to be able to see it better.
Oh, fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that spicy,
So-
right?
Wait.
This next
There's a
one.
little kick. There's a little kick, but it like goes away. It's not bad, right?
So, for fun, I'm not going to say
No,
the...
that's nasty.
Sorry, Rojo's trying... Brian has some hot sauce that he hadn't tried. He's like, fuck, this is garbage.
That's not even the hot.
it wasn't that bad.
Dude, I had some, it wasn't that hot. It
yeah.
Dude,
was- and I'm the whitest person I know.
I'm only brown on the outside.
He's the opposite of me, where I'm a coconut, where I'm brown on the outside, white on the inside. He's definitely... Actually, he's probably the same thing.
No, he's literally the same thing, yeah, based on what you just described. So for this team, I'm not going to say their full name because I want you to guess the theme. So this is Shin Kenjer. Go ahead and guess the theme.
Samurai.
Yeah, it is Samurai Sentai Shin Kenjer.
I recognize red, and I know for a fact, because of this helmet, it looks familiar, there is a girl variant in red.
Yes. That. Well, you've played Battle for the Grid, the fighting game. And
Yeah.
she is in that, yes. Which I
Alright, so...
that as well. But yeah, Samurai Sentai Shin Kenjer. Samurai is.
Alright, going from right to left, because that's, like, their bonus guy.
Yeah, they put the bonus guy on the left. By the way, I don't know why in these
So-
photos. Sometimes the bonus guy is in the middle, sometimes he's on the left, sometimes he's on the right. I don't know.
I'm just going to say this right now. Brian's going to have some words for some of these visors.
Yeah!
Which
You're not
look like
wrong.
they're all kanji.
Good catch.
Yeah.
Now I get to stare for your racial stereotypes.
I'll do it openly.
So, like some of the ninjas that we've talked about, these guys are, like, they have a bit of a themed garb. So these are supposed to be, like, samurai and everything. But you don't get the full samurai feel, especially with the pants. Like, yeah, they're wearing a gi-like top, but that's about it. And then, like...
I mean, they still gotta look like a Sentai suit.
Yeah.
They can't
do.
just full on be not a Sentai suit.
I know, but
other
it's
than
like,
I guess
it's not
we
like
talk about
it's not like they
Sentai.
have like those. I can't remember the name of the type of pants.
They're
But
like the baggy
the
pants.
really baggy,
Yeah.
like.
I'll let you know ahead of
samurai
time.
pants.
Before they morph, they are always in those outfits.
Okay.
The traditional Japanese outfits, and then they morph and become this. So they do look like typical samurais first.
But yeah, it's like okay, they're Super Sentai. Unless you knew what was coming ahead of time, like I did, because I knew that we hadn't talked about the.
You just open it as a separate page.
Yeah, I did,
You
I
could
did.
hit back if you want to go back to the page.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. So I knew ahead that these were the samurai guys. It's not like the katanas didn't give it away or anything like that. I just knew that was one that we haven't talked about. So their outfits aren't as impressive to me. I mean, their helmets, don't get me wrong, they are iconic looking helmets. But as far as the actual outfit, other than the girls, the guys kind of are blandish.
Okay.
Now the bonus guy.
I was gonna say, so you like the fact of the way they incorporated skirts?
Yes, the skirts work because they still look like they're almost like a gi garb, and then they have pants and then boots and whatever.
Yeah.
Now the bonus guy,
What do you think about the gold and the blue?
he's just
Which is a common.
he's
color
just a
combo.
shiny version of the other guys, basically.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, yeah, gold and blue, that's a good color combination, but it's not as... It fits with the team, but it's just...
Also, just to point out, he also does not have a samurai blade.
He has something else. He has like a Kodachi or something.
on his back, he has a tiny Shoto blade. Which,
Yeah, and he's holding it, you can see.
Oh, he is holding it?
Yeah, he's
oh, I
holding it
didn't know
right
the
there.
artwork he was holding it. Okay.
Yeah.
Artwork. Pose. Sorry.
Photo.
Photo. I'm like, wait a minute, not artwork.
Yeah, everyone has like something here and there, but You don't get samurai vibe. Like if they had like
Really?
I feel like if they had like the top knot or something like that on their head or something, give it more of a theme. Show the theme.
Okay.
Otherwise, it just looks
Well,
like.
I mean, I think the other problem is that samurais aren't known for having masks. So how do you do
They're
the
not.
helmet? Like, there isn't a way to do the helmet other than... I think it's unique that they're like, well, it's a very Japanese...
Shogun, right? So Shoguns usually.
They have helmets, yes, but that's different than
So,
samurai.
samurai they have like the kabutos and stuff like that.
They do sometimes. But I was going to say, I like the fact that they're like, well, it's a very Japanese-themed
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong.
subject,
This
so
looks
let's do
Japanese.
kanji as their gimmick. And I'm like, that's unique to them. Nobody else does that. So...
The helmets are fine. It's just the body part of the suit.
I mean, you still looked at it and immediately gathered samurai.
Well, that's because I also, again, knew ahead of time that that was who these guys were. Because I recognized...
All right, Brian, go for it.
Say it. I want you to say it.
Are you going to say they can't
it.
see out of the helmets? Are you going to say they can't see out of the helmets? I think they're lined up pretty good, actually.
He just
they
looked
can still
right
kinda
at
see.
me with a smirk like...
Blue cannot see.
Okay. Okay, Blue can't see.
Yeah, Blue can't fucking see. There ain't no way. I don't know. What do you think? Can Blue see?
Maybe he can't. He can look straight. He can't look left or right. But I'm trying to.
He's like Batman.
Yeah. He wants to look like.
Where he doesn't have a neck. He's just like, ugh.
Yeah. He has to turn his whole body.
Red looks like a bug.
Okay.
You know what that green, the helmet looks like a, what's it called? Oh, fuck.
Let me see it.
Like a cathedral, like, the cross. Almost.
A
But I can-
crucifix?
but I can see-
No.
Yeah. No. You know, during the Crusades, that kind of thing with the helmet.
Oh, yeah.
I think I know.
Cross-shaped
I
helmet.
see
It
the
has little
Japanese
lines
symbol.
coming out.
I see the Japanese symbol, so that's why, like, at first that's what I see, but then I see the two lines on the cross. I'm like, oh no, it's a Japanese symbol.
Yeah.
So that's why I get the other one, but like blue, bro.
So what about just the look of the suits as a whole?
Boring.
Okay. Even though they're samurais?
You don't get that feel of samurai. I mean, yeah, it's
No, I will-
Japanese as heck, but you don't
Really?
feel the samurai spirit.
I'm
I feel like
surprised
the gold. I
at
feel like the gold. His helmet was from another team.
that. Not particularly, no.
Why do I feel like I've seen that helmet before?
It looks reminiscent to another.
There's probably
one.
other helmets that are similar to it, but his is unique because his is also a kanji, which I'll explain what each of their kanjis are when we get there. But
Well, I think red was fire or something like that.
Yep. No,
Yeah.
that's a good catch. Good catch. It's fine.
Only because I've seen that kanji
And also,
like the most. In
now
my
I
life.
will say they simplified the kanjis
but
because
like-
real kanjis are not that symmetrical.
Yeah.
So they're like, let's take the general shape of them and symmetricalize.
But yeah, definitely like he has to pull. Blue has to pull a Batman where he has to turn his entire fucking body into goddamn see shit.
All right. So where are we putting Shin Kendrick? Samurai.
I
Sentai
mean, either low C or high D for me, honestly.
Shin. All right.
I mean, I understand what it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I can respect the helmet design.
So,
it's just the body
You
suit.
see it's C. I don't know what team it was. In the C tier where the bonus guy clearly is the black
that's
guy.
Gingaman with Black Knight.
So I
yeah.
would put it right behind that one.
So right
That's fair.
between that one and the playing card guys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All
That's
right.
fair. You know what? That is fair.
Low C. All right. I'm surprised with that because I love the Shin Kendrick.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's a great
So
show
this
and
is-
everything. It's
yep.
just for me. It's just it doesn't say samurai like.
That's crazy to me. I'm sorry. I look at these suits and I immediately think samurai. I don't know what it
If
is.
you do,
I think it's
then
because
great. If
to
others
me,
do,
I think
that's
it's perfect.
great.
I think a perfect comparison is to me they are the equivalent to Kaku Ranger, the ones who just do look at them and they look like ninjas, because it's very simplistic suit design on top. Where it's like, oh, for the Kaku Rangers, it's like, oh, the little triangle to imply like, oh, it's a fully wrapped up ninja garb, and then they have the slits for the eyes. It's like, oh, because that's the covered up face. Meanwhile, for the samurai, it's like you were talking about it, the kimono. Like it looks like the little cross thing on top looks like the top of a kimono.
Yeah.
Like and then that's really all you can do for a samurai. I think you're caught up on the fact that they don't have the baggy pants
Probably.
because it's like they have to still look like a sentai. They have to
They
wear
do.
spandex. Anyways, so this was the 2009 team. This was team number 33. And here we go. For 18 generations, Samurai.
Wait, which team was this?
33.
33. Okay.
Yeah, 2009. So this was, and I'll get to it. This is actually when Saban bought back the rights. This was the team we brought back from Disney. So Disney did RPM, took a little break, and then we bought it back, and we did Power Ranger Samurai. Which is so funny that this was the team we got back. It's like, shit, now we gotta sell fucking samurais to American kids. Anyways.
Dumbasses.
Yep, so the story for Shinkenja though. For 18 generations, samurai of the Shiba House have suppressed the evil intentions of the Gedoshu, malevolent spirits that enter the world of the living from gaps between buildings and other structures. Now, Takeru Shiba, the youngest head of the Shiba House, must gather his 4 vassals in order to battle the Gedoshu under the revived Dokugu Kimatsuri or as the Shinkenjus. However, as they are joined by his childhood friend Genta Umemori, that's the gold, the vassals slowly learn that there's a reason for Takeru's behavior that sets him apart from his predecessors. So, one of the gimmicks of this particular story is that it is one of the few where the red is the leader because all the other ones are like in samurai culture, it's like there's one head samurai and then the other ones serve him. So when they do
vassals.
when they do their morph even, they're like they say like Shinken Red, Takeru Shiba, he says his name, and then all the other ones say the same in blue, the same in green, because they're like, no, he's the guy, we all work for him basically. But like they have to learn to respect each other in this team or whatever. And then the gold guy, he's a dude who joined them when he wasn't supposed to, because he was just a friend who figured out how to use the power. He's a fisherman who sells sushi, and his morpher is literally he folds up his phone into a sushi.
That is awesome.
And then he becomes the guy, the gold guy. And his sword, the sheath is shaped like a fish, and it's a tiny sword. So like he's different in that capacity. I don't know what that's called in because like obviously the samurais have katanas, but then I don't know what his short sword is. It's like a shoto blade or something.
I think it was a kodachi.
Kodachi maybe. I don't know for sure. But
short blades.
And then you caught on that the each of them have a different kanji on their face. It's fire, water, I believe pink is wind, yellow is earth, green is forest, and then gold is light. So that's different kanjis on their faces. And then the twist in this show, which they reveal much later, is that because the gimmick is that only the head of the Shiba clan can properly seal away the bad guy. And then much later in the show, the main guy reveals, like, I'm not the actual head of the Shiba clan. I'm their, what's the word for it? The guy who pretends to be a samurai but isn't. Kagamusha, I think is the word. Kage something.
Something like that, yeah.
Brian,
yeah.
What's the name of the Yu-Gi-Oh card for Kage something of the Six Samurai?
Six Samurai.
Yeah.
Kagemaru?
Shokage or something?
Kage. It's the guy who's like, whatever. Anyways, he's not the real head of the household. He's
the stand-in.
He's the stand-in for, I believe, even in the Japanese version, his sister.
And that's why there's a female. Okay,
that's why there's female. She shows up later as the new head of the house, and he has to leave for that. And like everyone is like, "Oh, what's going on?" Blah blah blah. And she has to try and attempt to seal away the bad guy, and she fails. So then the
Kaizen?
I thought it was Kagemusha. Not one of the main six samurais. He just works for them. Like the gimmick is that he's pretends to be him. I don't remember. But anyways, that's what he is in samurai culture. But like, yeah, but that's why there's a female red actually in this particular show. No, he's not one of the six. I was just trying to think of it because that was the thing that came to my brain because I know the word. I just couldn't remember how it was pronounced or if I was right about it. I was right. It's Kagemusha.
All right. Yeah. Once you say
this guy. That's the guy from Kagemusha, which in samurai culture is like a guy who pretends to be a samurai for their lord or whatever. But yeah, so that's why in this particular team, it was the first team in Japan ever that had a female Red Ranger for any amount of time.
And that's what I like. That one usually stuck with me.
Yep.
Because
in America,
female Red Ranger. How is that not like?
Well, because she wasn't for the whole time. She was just for part of the story, and then the main Red came back. But like in anniversaries and stuff, like they have moments where it's like we mentioned before, the Gokaigers. They have special extra keys that are like, these are people who are kind of Rangers and also only show up a couple times. Like, we mentioned Deca Master, the doggy guy, the shadow suit. He's one of the special keys. One of the other special keys is Princess Shinken Red, because she's the actual head of the household. So there's a special key just for her in the anniversary team, because she's the only female Red, so she gets her own special key. Even though technically it's the same powers as the other one, so. But yeah, that's that. In Power Rangers Samurai, people thought it was okay. It was because Saban came back, they put it on Nickelodeon. It's like, wow, they really childified this. And a lot of people were like, man, they just took the plot from the Japanese version, put a bunch of non-Japanese people in it, and that took a day off. Like, that's it. That's the story. And people were like, wow, you just copy-pasted the plot, and then did not care that it doesn't work for American audiences a lot. Like, the main guy is named Jaden Shiba, and he's a white dude in the American version. And I'm like,
we really like to name a lot of Japanese characters Jaden, don't we?
Yes. But no, he was in the American version. He's not even Japanese. He's the head of the samurai household, and they keep the name Shiba, but he's not even Japanese. It's so weird. Yeah, so very, very interesting season for them.
I can like appreciate the attempt, but yeah, the execution.
I think they were stuck with it. They're like, well, this is the team that we haven't adapted yet in Japan, and it happens to be samurais. Oh well, so we're doing samurais.
But yeah,
but in Japan, many people consider Shinkenger to be one of the best seasons because the plot is so like.
It sounds like something that would be interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, like one of the Red Ranger has like a very specific rivalry with one of the villains who's an honorable swordsman, who like wishes for his blade to win against the other another stronger swordsman or something like that. And like they have like a final duel where the way the Red Ranger wins is he takes a hit from the sword through the shoulder so he can get close enough to hit him and break the sword. And it's like, oh, that's metal as shit. To take the hit through the shoulder, fucking cool. But yeah, that's Shinken.
Good show. Good.
I feel like a lot of people are gonna be upset you didn't like the suits. Good. I really like the suits.
I just wish there was something added more to it. In my opinion.
Yes, but I don't want to. For example, as a comparison, we talk about how Kaku Ranger is a very simplistic design that works. Meanwhile, Hurricaneger, you thought was like, oh, they did too much to the ninjas.
Yeah.
I would be worried if they did more to Shinkenger, it would have the same problem Hurricaneger has
Probably,
to you guys.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you don't want to Hollywoodize the samurais. Although I will say, this is something I forgot to mention, in the American version, they gave them different suits for when they're in the mech, and they give them a special final mode where they look like shoguns.
Okay, I would have liked to have seen that. That would have been kind of cool.
But that was only in the American version. But I actually kind of like the shogun mode suits. Here, this is the Reds Shogun mode.
That is sick!
Yeah. Here,
that is actually
you were talking about
sick.
Shoguns, like this was in the American version.
That's kind of cool looking.
Yeah. Looks like a Shogun.
Like if I had seen that, I would have rated it a whole lot higher.
Yeah, but that's only in the
Again,
American
in the American version, sure, but
and then this is the suits that they have like when they're in the neck.
Still
like,
looks
little,
pretty cool.
Like little body armor thing.
Yeah, it almost looks like the specific type of like clothing that samurai would also wear. That is freaking cool.
Well, I will say in the Japanese version, here I'm gonna pull it up. This is an artwork of it, but like it's the same design. They have a super mode where they get like a white.
Also, so good.
Yeah, that's in the Japanese version. Their super mode, so that does exist. But the main look is the look you saw, which is well, it's not quite that. All right, let me make sure I loaded the right one. Nope, I did not load the next one yet. Almost.
We have 3 more to go.
Yes, 3 more, and I think these are 3 fun ones for the last 3. Pulling up the last couple things. So this one, this is fun. This is Resha Sentai Tokyuger or Train Sentai Tokyuger.
Oh, I gotta see this.
I will say, fun fact. Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, Red.
Fun fact for this particular team, when I first got into Super Sentai at all, this was the team that had just been revealed in Japan when I first got into Super Sentai. I was
this is
so
great.
this was like when it first came out on the internet, it's like, hey, look, this is the new team, and I'm like, wow. So this is what the Power Rangers are going to look like next year in Japan, because I still didn't know what Sentai was, and then I looked at them and I had a very similar reaction to what you just had.
Oh my god, they're the fucking rails on, or not the rails, the fucking
The tracks.
yard on
The team train tracks. And then the white and black. The white and black representing like the don't cross line.
Oh my god, I love it.
Alright, Brian. Resha Sentai Tokyuger, or Train Sentai Tokyuger.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Oh my god, you're fucking
He just rolled his eyes.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, these shitters can't see.
There's slots where they can fit their
Shut
eyes.
the fuck up.
Oh my god, this
Why does it look like he has a propeller on his head? Why does Warren look like he has a little propeller hat on his head?
It's supposed to be like a back wing, because he's, since you just saw, he's orange and yellow. He's supposed to be like a construction train.
okay.
Yeah,
Looks
so
like
it's
a propeller hat, bro.
I'm telling you, if you look at it the full way, it's not a propeller.
So each ranger is supposed to be a specific car, and I'm guessing
A type of
their
train,
vehicles are an actual freaking train
Yes.
that can separate and turn into their Megazord.
yes.
Oh, fuck off.
But they're the trains. What else are you gonna do? Of course, the mecha are gonna be trains.
You know, of all
Why do
these
they have to be
Sentai,
trains
I would
at all?
never have
Why
ever
the fuck-
thought.
Guys, this is a Japanese show.
Fuck.
Trains in Japan are a big fucking deal. Just saying.
Godzilla loves him.
Yeah, he does. No, yeah, in Japan, transit is like everywhere. Nobody drives. They use trains.
Frickin' A, the super speed train, the bullet train.
Yep, that is one of the trains in Japan. I think one of the Rangers is themed off of that. I mean, technically they're not specifically themed off of specific trains, but
they're
their
like-
mechs
they're
are different
in-
kinds of trains.
Yeah.
Orange looks the shittiest.
Really? So you don't like the fact that he's orange, a color we don't even see that much?
No, it's the fact that he looks shitty.
Also,
You
just
don't like
look at the
orange,
small
you don't
image
like
right
the yellow
here.
black stripes on his chest?
Is that the bonus guy?
Yeah, he's the bonus guy.
I mean, if you, I would have, I already guessed that. Looking at the very small image on the computer, he's the only one who stands out, not only because he's in the middle, but because, hey, he doesn't have the white boots like everyone else
No, he's
does.
not black.
Now, 100% they're all pulling a Batman.
Oh, and not being able to see. Yeah.
They're all pulling a Batman. There ain't no way.
No way.
It's just like those fucking
No,
like
show
those-
them the Rojo. Show them the
it's
Rojo
just
right
like
now.
those medieval helmets that like have like stupid ass slits in the front. Like there ain't no way.
That's so fun that you bring that up. I'll get there.
Wait, they're wearing the fucking Sonic and the Black Knight ass fucking helmets.
That's what you just said. I'll say
was
this
going to
because
say that.
Rojo, it's train themed, so it's train tracks on their face.
Yeah, but that
I thought it was supposed to be like the guard up front of like the front car.
No, it's
on
train
a
track.
Batman.
Like literally when
Yeah,
they
but that
morph,
would
you see a train track and it
their-
wraps
their
around their
vision.
head.
Oh my god! Did
Facts,
you hear
that's
that?
what I said, they can't
Did
see.
you just hear that?
What?
Here,
That-
I'll say during their morph, like when they become the Rangers, there's a train track that comes up and it wraps around their head. So it's literally a train track on their head. That's why it looks like that. Yeah. But you're kind of right. It is reminiscent of like a medieval helmet, like the slits on it and all that.
And those fuckheads can't see.
And
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I guess they're going with the team, and the team is accurate. It's just-
If we hadn't talked about
they're
all of the
stupid.
70s ones, I would have said this was 79 or 80.
really? You think
But like it's
Okay.
just I mean you just said this was the one where you got into Super Sentai, so I'm guessing it was in the 2000s
Dumb as hell.
or something.
Yeah.
But oh my god, this kind of is a little underwhelming to me, but
Alright.
it's so goofy, I love it.
all right. So where are we thinking they go?
They're better than the lowest D.
So you think they're bottom C or top D?
So you know the bottom team.
So
of
you
D?
mean right?
Oh, you think bottom of D? Oh no.
not the bottom of D?
Right above the bottom.
Yeah,
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
they look dumb as hell.
One more reminder in this, I think, over 2-hour video. We rate them by the suits without context.
Yeah,
So we're
oh, yeah.
just talking about how we feel about these
I
things.
feel like they've gathered this part.
Yeah, some of it, when I had context, a lot of them would have been below.
That's why I didn't do it.
Yep.
All right, so this is the 2014 team. Team number 38.
2014.
2014.
Wow.
2014. This is also another team that we never got in America. We skipped it. This is the team that was between trying to remember specifically the order. Oh, it was the when we did dinosaurs, Dino Charge. We skipped the trains to go to ninjas.
Good ass decision.
Yeah, we skipped the trains to go.
Good
to
decision.
ninjas. All right. Anyway, so the story. Only those with great imagination can see the mystical railway known as the Rainbow Line. On which run...
Rainbow Road ass motherfuckers.
Oh my god. On which run massive trains known as Resha. These Resha are driven by 5 warriors known as the Tokugers, which, by the way, Tokuger is spelled T-O-Q-G-E-R. So literally T-O-Q. Tokugers. It is their mission to save towns from evil forces of the Shadow Line, who are using the residents' fear and sadness to establish their own railway to enable the coming of their leader, Emperor Zet.
What in the Zelda Spirit Tracks?
Whose intention is consume light and plunge the world into darkness. The 5 Tokugers are also childhood friends who are fighting to recover their memories of their hometown after it was consumed by the Shadow Line's evil. Later joined by Akira Nijino, a former Shadow Creep who reformed, that's the name of the bad guys, the Shadow Creeps. The Tokugers begin a campaign to free these Shadow Towns from their Shadow Creep keepers in an attempt to recover their memories, while the Shadow Line itself must deal with some opposition among their own subjects. So this is a super child-friendly series, which is why it's like, it's rainbow trains fighting evil shadow trains.
Thomas was very confused when the red and the blue-clad people came aboard his caboose. They were fighting the dark forces of evil.
And then just for fun, I'm going to show you the mech, because I feel like you need to see the mech.
Please show me this.
You need to see the mech for this particular team.
Please show me this.
Why am I not getting a good fucking image of the fucking...
I don't care if it's crappy. Show me this.
There we go.
Show me this.
This is the mech. Tokyo. O means like great.
It looks like we took the pieces from that board game. Ticket to Ride.
And
all the pieces and just put them together to make a mech.
This is the mech.
He's done. He's like,
it's so funny when it forms. It's literally like it's one train driving on a track, and then all 5 of them separate on the separate tracks. Then they line up on the tracks and stand up.
Oh my!
Because they line up next to each other and stand up, and then the red one folds in half, which is why the steam locomotive's in the front.
It's so bad. It's good.
And then I gotta show you this image with no context. There's a move they do at one point where the red train attacks the bad guy, and as it's done with the attack and folds up, it's in this position.
Oh my god! Captain America, eat your heart out.
Yeah, right? But yeah, so
another Marvel Rivals joke.
A lot of people said it was a very fun show.
Oh,
it's very fun. It's very adorable. And another great thing is that like the Orange Ranger, so he was a bad guy first, and then he joins their team.
Of course.
And he feels like he's not worthy of it, so a lot of times he's just like, I'm prepared to die in this battle. Even if it's like a battle against like basic little grunts. Like he's just
I'm ready to die
very serious.
Dude, we're just going to the Teletubbies. Yep. Calm your ass down.
My other favorite thing for them is that whenever they morph, they put its tiny little trains and their morphers on their arms that look like tiny tracks. And then when they activate it, it summons a giant black and white striped line in front of them that the bad guys have to stand behind, because otherwise the train will get them while they morph. And it's like literally in the first episode,
this
like all the
PSA,
grunts,
isn't it?
In the first episode, all the grunts are like standing around, and then one of them's accidentally behind the line, and the other grunt's like, no, get back here. Like
this is literally Super Sentai train PSA.
Yeah. And then the gimmick for this show was, so the way they morph is that they take their little train, they put it in their morpher, and they change. So in this series, they're not named for their colors, they're named for their numbers. So it's Tokyo 1, Tokyo 2, or Ichigo, Nigo, whatever. So they can change colors. So the Red Ranger, who's Tokyo 1, he can take the Pink Ranger's train if he wants, put it on him, and then he can be a male pink. And the chick can be a female red.
That's
cool. So that's the neat gimmick of this particular
All right.
But yeah, Tokyo 2.
Next, the second to last crew.
And also never
Second
got
to last. Second to
Has there
last.
ever been like a Red Ranger that's a team now?
Yes.
We literally just talked about it one group ago.
Yeah. Which actually I never showed you her.
I know what she looks like because she's also a playable fighter in the Power Rangers game. But yeah,
I'll just show it to
I also just recognize her.
Here from the Samurai show. Her Princess
Oh, she's the
Shinken.
leader.
She was the she was not for the whole show though. She only showed up late into the show to essentially replace her brother, who is the actual Red Ranger in the team.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, where did it go? What is
Oh
that?
wait, I know exactly who's next, and I am actually pumped.
These ones are.
I'll put him in GTFO.
No, you're gonna like this. I guarantee you're gonna like this. Because this is the one crew I've been waiting for besides the last crew. Looks wise.
How do you know I'm not gonna hate it?
Oh, you're gonna hate it.
Oh, you're gonna hate it. That's funny.
But I'm gonna. But you might love it.
So this is Kishiryu Sentai Ryu Soldier, which translates to Night-Osor Sentai Ryu Soldier.
And if that doesn't give you any context, Brian, their helmets will.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
You literally just talked about medieval knight helmets. How convenient that you would bring that up.
So, do I need to play Power Wash Simulator?
No. Okay, first of all, I love the freaking drill going down to their crotch. It's hilarious. But
I think it's supposed to be like dinosaur teeth, kind of.
I can see that, but yeah, they all have dinosaur
The
gimmicks.
zigzags, yeah.
They're all medieval knight dinosaur gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it. I like the gold accents on the boots and everything.
Another gold and blue bonus guy.
You fuckers can't see shit except for a few of you. It's hilarious.
Oh boy.
Maybe blue. Definitely not red. Fuck off green.
I'm so ready.
I am so red. Gold, fuck you. Okay, first of all, I love this. I would probably put this in either B or A already. I'm just saying. But I want to hear Brian's thoughts.
Yeah, here we go. Alright, so Ryu Soldier.
Why are the lines in that helmet? That's weird. Oh, pink. What the fuck?
They're supposed to be dino
Oh,
knights.
hell no, Red can't see. Oh, hell no, Red can't see.
They're medieval knight dinosaur guys.
Yeah.
What the hell?
We can fight the knight. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. We can
I
fight
was
the
just
knight.
saying, now Sonic and Black Knight is more appropriate.
Yep.
You know what though? The bonus guy kind of looks neat though.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he looks cool. Don't get me wrong, you can't see shit.
Red though.
Yeah.
You're like, bruh.
I like how they work their colors.
Pink, looks like one of those like anime like what was it? Like what's that face look like where the eyes are like arches?
Happy?
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
The triangle or the arrow.
Oh, just the way it's shaped? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what she looks like. Those like anime faces.
Emoji, eyes closed, but happy looking face.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally what the pig looks like. Okay, blue line there. Like it's right in the middle there.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta like shift your helmet slightly just to be able to see straight, bro. Pink can probably see. Red cannot. There's no fucking way. The bonus guy looks kind of cool, but he can't see either.
Mm-hmm.
Green's probably gonna have a tough time seeing, and so is black. Like they're all damn near all.
What do we think about the fact? This is something that I always thought about for this particular team. Their chest design goes past their belt. It is essentially just pointing at their crotch.
Yeah, that's.
Yes or no? Doesn't bother you? Okay. It was always something that I noticed, and I'm like, why did they do that?
I don't know why, but it doesn't really bother me because it like sticks out and everything.
I mean, it does. I just feel like most of the suits, like the chest designs on the chest, then they have the belt, and then they have the pants. Whereas this one's like, no, it goes past the belt and it points at their
So
dick.
also, so the bonus guy has a gun.
Yes, he does.
The rest have swords.
Yes, he does. Because they wanted to be different for the bonus guy.
Yeah, that guy's killing everybody.
He's the crossbow archer of the crew.
All right, so
it's a fucking laser.
So what do we
I
thinking
noticed
about,
also
Soldier?
they all have like a different color for their like right arm. It kind of gives me like
their left arm is silver except for gold where it's blue.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be like armor.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like a
it
knife.
also makes me think of like jousting. You know, like they would have like the super armor on the one arm while they hold their lance and everything.
And I think it's interesting that they still did the thing where it's like, oh, it's an animal head with their mouth, but the mouth has the slots in it. Really? You still think it's close to bottom D?
They can't see, Nick.
Hey man, knights in real life had helmets like this and they did fine.
No, they didn't, bro.
I mean, at the time.
Right here?
Yeah, because they all had swords too.
Right here?
No. There you go.
Yeah, he thinks
Really?
You think it's worse than the trains, even though you said the gold was cool, and you said the orange was bad.
Oh wait, is that the trains?
Yeah, it's the train.
Oh wait, go over there.
There we go.
Fucking move.
The gold one does look cool, but they can't see either, bro.
So worse than the change man with the flak jackets that look like bras.
Gundam looking asses. They
Gundam
can't see.
looking asses.
They can't see. They can't see. But at least the bonus guy looks cool.
Yep. All right. So, anyways, Ryu Soldier. Dinosaur Knights basically. This was the 2019 team. Team number 43. So very late into the game. And here's the plot. 65 million years ago, the Knights of the Ryusou tribe were selected to participate in a war campaign against the dictating Druidon tribe, who sought to rule Earth. But the Druidon's war campaign was halted by the meteor that brought the age of the dinosaurs to an end, forcing them to flee into space. Meanwhile, the Kishi Ryu were placed in a deep sleep as a failsafe should the Dairudon return. The chosen knights choose to live in peace while passing their mantle down across generations. In the present day, the Druidon return to reclaim Earth as the current generation of knights. The brand new Ryu soldiers battle them with the support of Ui Tatsui and her father, Naoshi Tatsui. I don't know who those guys are. But yeah, Ryu Soldier. A lot of people are like, this is cool. We're finally getting like a medieval knight themed show. And then they leaned really heavily into the dinosaurs and not so much into the knights. Other than like the look and some of the poses and that. And people are like, man, this was our chance to get knights. And then we talked about them in the month
why
earlier.
not have them be also like, medieval theme? Like, you know,
Right.
like dragons or
No.
like
No. And they still have the same dinosaurs like they've always had. Red is a T-Rex. Well, they're dinosaurs. They have weird things with them. Like the T-Rex has like guns on its back or something. But it's like, it's still like, this is the T-Rex. The pink has a fucking Stegosaurus. The blue has a Triceratops. I think black is I know green is like a green tiger. And then I think the black is not a mammoth. It's something else. Oh, I know. It's playing with prehistoric animals. And then the gold is a Mosasaurus, which I think is kind of cool. That like, he's different.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that one yet.
But yeah, so they didn't really lean into the knight theme too heavily, other than like the designs, really. Whereas
just
much
a missed
later,
opportunity.
we talked about this team already, but later they did King Oger, the other ones that kind of look like knights. The ones that have the big swords. The kings. Yeah. That one is very much like, now we're getting the ones where they're very like knight themed because they were kings.
That's right.
So it's like
those guys that we have in A.
So they did eventually get one that was that. So this was, in America, this was Dino Fury. This was the second to last team we ever got. So we got this team, 2 seasons of it. Then we made up our own suits for the 3rd season of this team. So they got upgrades basically where they have the same helmets, but then different suits. So this is, in a way, the last suits we ever got in America.
Wow.
Yeah, and then again, we did not lean into the knights at all. We just went like, kids find power. Well, they were like, 65 million years ago on another planet, these aliens fought these bad guys and then came to Earth, and then the Red Ranger is one of the survivors, and the Gold Ranger is the other survivor from that time. So they're actual ancient warriors from ancient times. So it's like, okay, that's neat. But still, nothing to do with knights, even in the American version. So,
weird.
Yeah, very weird they didn't go with that.
All right, let's end this shit.
All right, and here we go. The one that you saved for last, that I know for a fact you are going to immediately know what this is. I probably don't even need to pull up a photo, but I'm going to do it anyways, because you kind of have to. This is Kyoryu Sentai Zhu Ranger, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Here you go.
Iconic. Fuck yes, Green Ranger. Yellow Ranger.
I want you to look at him unbiasedly, though.
Okay.
And try your best.
Okay, so. Unbiased, this looks fucking amazing. If you were to tell me what a Japanese superhero team looked like, this is exactly what I would see. This is an upgrade from what the original Rangers looked like, and it looks like every single thing that we've seen after this point has tried to make at least an homage or try to replicate what was once this. Mm-hmm. This was literally peak design. The fact that we have like the white belts, we have the white boots, and white gloves, yes, but they also keep the theme of the Harlequin diamond shape on the chest, on the boots, and everything. You can clearly see what each animal is supposed to be in their visor. Everyone can see properly, and it's just, this is a superhero team.
All right, that's it.
Wow. We'll see here.
Hang on, yeah, go ahead. You're like, can they really see out of these visors?
Oh, I think I remember these guys.
You better frickin' remember these guys.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Hang on, wait, no. He might be slightly unbiased. Hold up.
Okay.
Hold up, wait a minute.
I don't remember the pink looking like that, though. Her helmet looks stupid.
For whatever reason, I don't know why, for this particular team, her helmet has a lot of white in it, even though it's pink.
I think the visor looks as dumb as hell, to be honest with you.
Well, it's because it's got the pterodactyl.
The rest of it, I
got a pterodactyl, and it also keeps the heart theme that was in the prior
It
one.
does.
But see, I swear to God, I don't remember her helmet looking like that.
It could be because this is a newer photo that they just didn't have a good replication of the suit versus helmet color dichotomy. So they're like, nah, just looks
that
like
helmet
that.
shape looks funny.
Well, you might also be thinking of, I could pull up a picture later, but they completely redesigned the suits when they did the American movie. And they did have, it was a different helmets. Like, it is those helmets, but like clearly different design. You might be thinking of that helmet. Because they do look different.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because I definitely remember these guys.
Yep.
It keeps the theme of Super Sentai in like literally its highest peak form. I feel. It keeps like themes from other prior Rangers, like the heart shape for like the Pink Ranger. It's in there. It's got good accents.
I was just saying, I know you think that like the diamonds are perfect, but like you don't think maybe they're just a little basic as a chest design? Or do you think it kind of works because they're dinos and it's like scales or something?
Yeah, I think it works as a shape because like
the only thing is maybe it was the movie.
I see this and I'm thinking of like, okay, I'm thinking of Superman with his diamond-shaped S.
I don't remember,
or something like that, you know, or Batman the symbol. This just
look different.
It just
I'm gonna pull up an
works
image from the movie just so you can see what the helmet looks like.
I don't even remember seeing the movie.
Maybe that's what it was.
This is what it looked like in the American movie.
She's the one next to the black ranger right there? Or?
She's next to the first one, the white one. She's on the to the left, the pink ranger.
Maybe.
Yeah, so that's what it looked like in the movie.
Maybe.
Yeah. And that one also doesn't have the green ranger. Which, by the way, fun fact.
Which the Green Ranger in this.
I was going to say, fun fact, even in Japan, he was the very first bonus ranger. In Japan, they did not have bonus rangers. Other than, I guess, the one white guy from the playing cards show.
Yeah.
But that was before they knew what they were doing. They're like, oh, he's just another guy. It's like, is he special? Sorta? Are you going to count him with the other bonus rangers? No.
But you look at him, and you also see, okay, he's a good contrast of, like, the heroes.
Yeah.
He looks like, okay, he's got the diamond shape here. Yeah, he's got different accents of the boots and everything.
That's the last one we're looking at.
But when I think of Super Sentai or Power Rangers or whatever,
this is what you think.
I immediately think of these guys. Not just because of nostalgia, but because these guys are just so iconic. Okay. Their visors work. I mean, yeah, say what you want about Pink, but the fact that they have found a way of making a pterodactyl on it.
I see what you're talking about. Their helmet is a much darker pink than the rest of their suit. So I don't know what's.
But I think it's also because of a different material. But yeah, you can also identify which dinosaur is on or animal is on each helmet.
Yeah, they did a good job.
The fact that it's just yellow, white, black, white, red, white. And
I will say the accents work for all of them because they didn't do a white ranger, so it's like, oh, white accents with all the colors, perfect.
Pink with its one white line on the end of the skirt still works.
Yeah, so that it's like, no, it has a skirt, but it's like we still gotta add a little extra bit.
It's like
she also has one of those skirts where it's like a V instead of just the straight skirt, which I kind of appreciate that they did that. Oh, and if you couldn't tell, and this is a famous thing that people who don't know anything about Super Sentai, In Japan, the Yellow Ranger was not a girl; it was a guy.
It was a
why
male,
training
yes.
in America did not have a skirt, which they
Yes.
never explained in the American version. They're just like, nope, they don't have a skirt.
Yes, I knew that.
Oh, I forgot
But-
to bring this up about Ryu Soldier, though. A fun fact. In their version, their Green Ranger was also a guy, but in America, we wanted two girls. So we made the pink. The pink was already a girl and had a skirt. And for the American version, for Dino Fury, a girl becomes the Green Ranger and she has a skirt. And then she tears it off and she's like, I don't like skirts. And
Okay,
that
that's
way they're
kinda
able
cool.
to use the Japanese footage of where it's a guy.
That's
and
pretty
it's the
cool.
only time they've ever addressed like a female ranger having a skirt when they shouldn't have a skirt, or vice versa. Like, sorry, random fun.
But yeah, I just look at these guys and I can tell immediately this is a team of superheroes.
All right. So I probably don't even need to ask this question. Where are we putting them?
I want to hear Brian.
Unbiasedly, I want to try and appeal. Where do you think they got?
Probably down near the top.
But are they the top? Or are they just close to the top? Because at the very top, we have Gokaiger the Pirates. We have Die Ranger.
No,
we
they're
have
definitely
Q
better.
Ranger.
They're definitely better than the Pirates.
Yes.
Better than the Pirates. All
I'm
right.
sorry. Yeah.
All right.
I saved the best for last. Son of a. There we go.
All right.
Literally the best
All right.
for last.
So here we go. This was the 1992 team. Team number 16.
Year I was born, baby.
All right. And this is you probably never heard of this, it's a Japanese plot for Zyu Ranger. 5 young warriors from an Zyu Ranger, ZYU Ranger. Zyu Ranger.
No, they're not saying Shabbat Shalom over there, man.
Although, funny enough, there was a documentary they did about Power Rangers where Haim Saban, the owner, showed up and talked about it. And he's like, I thought it was so funny that the first team we did, they're called Zyu Ranger. He's like, me a Zyu? Zyu Rangers. He made the joke, which is so funny. Anyways, 5 young warriors from an ancient civilization of dinosaur-evolved humans are awakened during the present day after 170 million years of suspended animation when their sworn enemy, Bandora the Witch, is inadvertently released from her magical container on planet Nemesis.
Rita Repulsa for you guys.
Yes, on planet Nemesis by 2 astronauts. The 5 warriors, the Zyu Rangers, must summon the power of mechanical-looking deities known as guardian beasts, each modeled after a different prehistoric beast, in order to protect mankind from Bandora's evil forces. A 6th warrior, Burai the Dragon Ranger, later becomes involved with the conflict between the Zyu Rangers and Bandora's forces. So, a couple fun facts about this particular team. You probably already know. Yeah, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Duh, we get it. Yes, they are the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Not a super successful team in Japan. Just one of the teams. Team
You know,
number
I got that
16,
when you said
it wasn't
that-
an anniversary, but it did start some firsts, even in Japan. So they were most of the way, or a good portion of the way through the series when we started getting in America, and we did give some influence, we don't know how much, to be like, can you add another guy? And that's why they eventually did Burai, the Dragon Ranger, which was our Tommy Oliver. Because they're like, ooh, an extra guy who joins the team later. That's fun. And then they gave him a mech that was supposed to be a blatant reference to Godzilla and Mechagodzilla.
Yeah. Dragon
Which
Zord.
is why he's not prehistoric themed, because they hadn't thought of him ahead of time. But this is also the first team, even in Japan, where the 5 different mechs are 5 distinct animals who look like the animal, as opposed to just being like a boxy, kind of sort of looks like the animal, but like it comes together into a weird boxy thing. And it was also a mech where it's like, it didn't just turn into a guy wearing a mecha suit. It looked like those animals fused into a symmetrical creature, which even in their version, it's a god. It's called Daijujin. He's like the god of the guardian beasts. So that's a fun fact about that. Also in their version, it's not a mastodon, it's a mammoth. He's the mammoth ranger.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Tyranno Ranger, Trichia Ranger for Tricera, Terra Ranger, and Tiger Ranger, and then Dragon Ranger. So that's their fun things with that. Also, Japan does really appreciate the Megazord design because they keep bringing it.
Oh yeah,
Because
you've shown us like
it is kind of that iconic. Even in the Japanese version, it's just people love the look. Even in the last series we talked about, Gojuju, the very last time they ever had a show, which was an anniversary show, the Daijujin, the mech that is the Megazord, comes back and he shows up. So he has a part in the very last show, which is very fun that they did that. Another fun thing for this particular team is it was the very first dinosaur-themed team, and they did 2 more after. Well, they did 3 more after, but that third one didn't come out till much later. But during the time of the third one, they did their annual crossover movie with the previous team. But for fun, they brought back the Red Rangers from the previous 2 dinosaur teams to come back. And then all the other ones showed up pre-morphed, and they had a full-on dinosaur crossover special.
Awesome.
Yes. Where all 3 of their mechs come back and battle a big giant monster, and they all work together. And they have fun moments where it's like, oh, all the Tyrannosaurus themed Rangers, all the Stegosaurus and Triceratops Rangers, teamed up. It was weird because it was during a crossover with a completely unrelated team. So they just did that while the other team did other shit. But we did eventually, when we finally did get to one of the teams that was in that crossover, we did, in our version, bring back Jason, the original Red Ranger, to come back for that crossover. We didn't get anybody else, which was a little upsetting because we could have gotten people from Dino Thunder, but we didn't. And then we did that crossover too. So, very significant team. And I think, yeah, it's very biased, and it's hard to be like, does it deserve it? Does it deserve? It's hard because it is so iconic, but part of my brain is is it iconic because of the history it has? Just the crazy amount of history that Mighty Morphin has a stranglehold over America. It still has shit happening. Okay. They just got added to fucking Fortnite a
Nick,
few months ago?
Let me say this.
Yeah.
If throughout this entire series, you've shown us all these different teams and everything. If you showed any of these other teams to any random person around the world, they might say, "Oh, they look like the Super Sentai dinosaur guys or something like that." But they're
I say
other teams, not
you say
not
that,
them.
but it's weird. Whoever holds the rights to Power Rangers actually holds the rights to anything Super Sentai that isn't in Asia.
Okay.
So if you make anything related to Super Sentai outside of Asia, it's Power Rangers.
Okay, well,
it's so weird.
I didn't know that. But if you show the Mighty Morphin Power, the day one,
it is by far the most popular thing from this ever. That is fair. I'm just saying, design-wise, part of me is I think it does deserve S just for its iconicness alone. But part of me is maybe the Pirates could be higher. Maybe Gokaiger.
I almost put this below the Pirates.
Maybe the Die Rangers.
I'm just saying, but
oh, no, I know. But it's definitely up there. I agree.
I knew this was gonna be number 1 because it is that iconic. It deserves that place.
Sure.
It was our first, but you know what? It also
it was our first, second. Talk right now. It was our first, second, and third. We straight up skipped the designs for Die Ranger and Kaku Ranger to keep these designs. I mean, we thought they were so iconic. And then we eventually brought the Kaku Rangers back.
You thought that we put the one with the White Ranger up in S tier for the longest time because of Tommy, but no, it was just because the rest of the team also looked really good, and the White Rangers just happened to complement everything. Yeah, this is just the team.
Sure.
That everyone will recognize.
Other random fun fact I forgot to completely bring up about Jew Ranger. In their version of the story, their Green Ranger doesn't lose their powers. He dies.
Yeah,
he dies during the events of the show, which is why Tommy
made up some candle bullshit or something like that.
Tommy stopped showing up in the original show in the green suit because he died. And so they're like, shit, what do we do? And then they saw the next show and they saw there was White Ranger and like, oh, okay, we can bring him back then.
We're gonna give him something else.
But anyways, that's the full list. There's technically 51 there because the second one in A tier is the same team as the first one, but just with the white guy in there. So basically 50 teams. There we go. All 50 of the teams. Is there anything that you think egregiously is just, maybe we could move it a little bit? Or you think it's pretty perfect?
Yes. Stop it.
Oh, God.
I think this is a perfect tier list for those of us who did not know a single thing.
And you know what? I'm proud of you guys. The majority of them are above C tier.
Yeah, it's
the vast majority
positive.
Are above. Yeah, mostly it's a little more than half above and a little more than half below. Very few in the completely hate. And actually like a good amount. 6 in the top tier. Yeah.
Two of which are ninjas.
I mean, they're very good. That's why they did ninjas 3 times. Because they were very good. And the dinosaurs, we put one of them at the top. That's why they did dinosaurs 4 times. Yeah. Because they're very good
And
designs.
You know what? Pirates just cannot go wrong with
I don't know. They struck fucking gold with Kokai. They never attempted Pirates before. They did it, and it just gangbusters. Fucking gangbusters. Even just with the designs alone. Some of my personal opinions, because I didn't pick any of my positions for any of this, because I'm just like having them pick it. I would give a lot more credit to the Lupin Rangers, which are the thieves. I think their suits are fucking amazing. I really like King Oger, the ones that are the kings with the violet and the black guy. Who's the other ones that I'm like, ooh, this is a really good suit. I really like
Knight. Don't get me wrong, that was such a damn cool suit.
Oh, Ginga Man, I kind of agree where Ginga Man is because yes, his suit is amazing. I don't like the rest of the Ginga Man. They got the Charlie Brown stripes on the shirt. I really like Hurricaneger and the fact that it looks like 3 different schools of ninjas coming together. I think that's cool. And then I'm a sucker for one of Brian's least favorite, which is the Boon Boongers, the tire face Rangers. I think it is hilarious.
I
think it's hilarious, and I also think it's like they had so much fun with that show that I'm like, this is just a fun look. So I would put that higher. That's some of my personal thoughts. I don't think there's any that you guys put high that I wouldn't agree with how high up they are. I think most of the ones you put up high, I'm like, no, that's fair. But yeah, and I still think it's very funny that you have the very first team and the second to last team both at the very, very bottom, and then you have the very last team at the top of A. So it's just all over the spectrum.
I'm sorry,
all the years.
The team that I originally thought was the '80s team because I didn't understand the rules to this thing at the first 3 teams, they just look freaking awesome. They look like a freaking band, like an Power Ranger band.
All right, and then last little fun thing. It just now that you've looked at all these, seen all the themes, heard all the stories, is there any theme or like color combination or something that you're like, if it ever came back, that you're like, this would be a cool thing for them to attempt to do, like just theming wise or colors?
I mean,
because I kind of cover the spectrum on colors, but like,
I never want to see that print on animal thing ever again.
the Zyuohgers, yeah.
That was just honestly horrendous in my opinion.
Make it so they can see.
Okay, so you want the most open oh, hang on. So then, let me look. Where did we put it? Where did we put Go-Go 5? The ones with the Umbrella Corporation.
I don't remember, man. We've been doing this for 3 weeks.
I know. Oh, we put them at like middle of detail, right there. Because they're the ones that have like the big, just the face, with the whole face is the visor. So they're your favorites then, right? Because they can see the most.
No, they look dumb as hell.
So you want that good
middle ground.
All right, so something that I can see. Any particular theming that you think would be fun?
I would like to see like a barbarian theme or something like that, or like
He-Man Rangers.
Yeah, that would be freaking sick. Like imagine it, like a total like battle cat or like a dragon or anything like mythical, like medieval.
The Die Rangers were mythical creatures, so it was like a dragon, a griffin, a unicorn. So
but I mean, like lean heavy into. I mean, we've had mythical creatures before. Just lean heavy into it.
You know what theme I don't see they do is like a Tron kind of like theme.
So like very electronic. Well, the closest they got was Mega Ranger, which is the ones right here underneath the Go Busters. That was like they were internet and they played internet video games, so they went into the internet. But the suit wise doesn't look like Tron. Yeah. So no, that would be a fun look. I saw someone post about what if they did like Greek gods.
That'd be
interesting. I think that'd be fun. And then I joked as like the 6th Ranger is Kratos. And he's trying to kill them all first until they convince him to join.
That'd be hilarious. But no, I think like a barbarian one because but they have to have different weapons. They can't have all the same exact weapon.
Well, most teams they have like a generic weapon they all have, and then they do have unique, like even the original Power Rangers.
Yeah,
they all had the blaster, and then they had like red had the sword, blue had the lance, yellow had the daggers, pink had the bow, and then black had the axe.
I just got this crazy idea. Also a gun. I want to show you now a blind thing of Super Sentai theme teams that are not from Super Sentai.
Oh, like somebody's like made up teams and stuff?
Something like that, yeah. From like other media.
Oh, like fun references to other where they make up their own shit.
And I want you to see like, okay,
how
would these have worked or something like that or anything like that.
Here, now that you bring that up, as a fun little addendum.
Yes, the Ginyu Force would be part of it.
Oh my god, yeah, they're fantastic. As a fun little addendum.
Bottom tier.
I'm just going to bring these guys up. During one of these shows, I think it was, like, what was it, like 2012, I think? For fun, Japan did a more adult skewing season of Sentai while Sentai was already airing. That was called Hikonen Sentai Akiba Ranger, which literally translates to unofficial Sentai Akiba Ranger.
That's hilarious.
Where it stars 3 Japanese otakus who are super
God.
fans of the Super Sentai TV show, and then they become Rangers, and they meet some of the people from the show. So they're not official in any capacity, other than Toei made it themselves. So this is what they look like.
I've seen you bastards, especially you freaking yellow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, it's clearly like, what if we made them look anime as
These
fuck?
are the ones that, like, I think run into the American Power Rangers.
They do.
Yeah.
There's a... Here, this is
And
the
they're all
parody.
expressive and everything, like,
Yeah, they're old. And they point out every trope ever. Like, the first time they morph, they end up in the empty warehouse that's in all the filming shops. Like, how did we get here? Like, they point it out.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen them before.
Which one was the crew that, like, they made a joke about? I've seen this, like, get clipped a couple of times. There's one crew where, like, someone compliments, like, the Pink Ranger, I think it was the Pink Ranger, saying, "Oh, yeah, you're very cute." And she's like, "Oh, hey, thank you." And then the crew's like, "Eh." And he's like, "Eh."
Oh, yeah. No, that's from Deca Ranger versus Abba Ranger, where one of the Abba Rangers, Abba Killer, looks at the Pink Ranger from Deca Ranger. It's like, "Oh, so you're the leader, right?" And she's like, "Oh, you think so?" And then the White Ranger from her team is like, "Nonsense." And so she's like, "Huh?" It's a funny clip. But here, in one of the episodes of Akiba Ranger, they accidentally cause, and this is a huge, just fun little reference that Japan made, where they accidentally grant a wish, where it's like, what if America was the one who created it? And Super Sentai is a rip on Power Rangers. They call them Powerful Rangers. And then they meet the Powerful Rangers.
Yes.
Which are just the Red Ranger and Green Ranger, the
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin, but with American belts. And
Yeah.
And they speak in broken English Japanese. Like...
It's hilarious.
There's a clip where they talk to them and they're like, "Oh, you're trying," like in Japanese, like, "You're trying to steal our American Powerful Rangers."
Yes, I've seen that clip and it makes me laugh every time I see it.
It's like, "That's not good, Japan." And then they try to explain themselves, and he just says like, "Shut up!" and they start fighting them. It's so
Make
funny.
it longer than it is now, though.
All right. Anyway, sorry. So
gotta edit.
that is the end of this episode. That was so fun. Can't wait till we do our next tier list. I have a fun idea for Rojo if he ever wants to do a tier list. We'll get back into that. But yeah,
He
have
passed
fun.
out.
Have fun with the final episode of Super Sentai. And give us any more ideas you want. Maybe one day we'll do Kamen Rider or something.
That'd be pretty cool. But
Yeah. All right. See you guys there.